So the Grand Canyon, historically, kind of mid. I gotta say. Here's the thing. There's so many great wonders of the world. You know, there's the Great Wall of China. There's the Eiffel Tower. I think those are man-made wonders of the world. But there's so many natural wonders of the world as well. You know, there's Niagara Falls and other ones.
Probably.
Yeah. And here's the thing. It's like you get to the Grand Canyon, everyone's like, oh my goodness, I gotta see it. I gotta see the Grand Canyon. I gotta see it. Oh, it's the world's longest hole. Yeah. And you're like, oh yeah, let me get up all in this hole. And then you realize, oh, it's a valley. And the problem with the Grand Canyon is it's the first word in the title. It's grand. And the thing is, sure, you can riverboat through the entire thing. You can raft the Grand Canyon, but that's like a 7-year waiting list. And the thing is, you get to a part of the Grand Canyon, and you're like, big. And then you're like, I'm not going to drive around the entire Grand Canyon to be like, wow, look how grand it is. So you just basically get to a point in the Grand Canyon, and you're like, that's a valley, and then you leave.
You have so much Grand Canyon material, considering I'm the one who went yesterday.
You went?
Yeah, you knew that.
Oh, wow.
No, imagine if this was a coincidence. If I didn't tell you I went to the Grand Canyon yesterday and you just were like, you know what, this morning I woke up pissed at the canyon.
I remembered, of all of America's natural beauty, we're talking about the Grand Canyon.
It's also wild of you to take all of my possible Grand Canyon material and rants and just use it all immediately.
Absolutely.
Just to burn the whole powder keg of it.
I'm literally doing the Eminem thing. I'm going first.
Yeah.
I do have a friend named Cheddar Bob who shot himself in the leg. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen 8 Mile.
Yeah, so now you have nothing.
Wow.
So sit there in silence. You're doing it. You're actually doing it.
We're back, as everyone can notice. I went to the Grand Canyon yesterday.
You did.
And Sara...
Because Sara was like, please, I want to see one thing. I want to, like, on this road trip, I want
and I was like, Mortal Kombat's coming out tomorrow, babe! Yay!
You look at the Grand Canyon, you're like, not Scorpion. All right, we're moving on.
Dude, the Grand Canyon blows.
Yeah.
The Grand Canyon sucks. You go, and my dumbass idiot girlfriend, by the way, happy birthday, Sarah, it's her birthday.
Fucking loser.
My dumbass idiot girlfriend is all like, well, have you ever seen a hole this big? And I'm like, yeah, it's no PS5.
Yeah.
Like, what is there here for me?
Also, give me and 5 dudes shovels in 8 hours at the beach.
Oh, 100%.
We'll remake it.
I'll dig a fucking hole. You kidding me?
I'll make a public safety hazard at the beach. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Have you seen this thing going on TikTok right now where everyone's like asking their boyfriends, like, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
I saw that today, but from like someone I went to high school with, and I was like, what is this? What is this bit you're doing?
Well,
so what is this?
So it's like this whole thing. Well, I was gonna. It's a tangential like conversion here because like
it's a transition.
Like, exactly because
for you laymen's.
Well, that's the thing is like I love digging holes at the beach and it's something I think about once a week.
Yeah.
But then like I also think about the Roman Empire once a week. But
do you?
Absolutely.
That's so weird.
Absolutely, like maybe more honestly. But it was this whole thing where like women found out that men are incredibly simple creatures.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, no, men think about like either like the Greek, the Ottoman, or the Roman Empire once a week, just because we want to see it once.
It's interesting to see what people who think thoughts think. Like, my head is just such a beehive of, like, content.
Are you trying to tell us you're a hive mind currently?
I'm a hive mind, yeah.
I don't have enough. Listen, the voices won't get quiet enough for me to get a cohesive thought.
My head is like a near vacant beehive. I've got like 3 bees in here. So it both feels very hollow and thoughtless, but also chaotic with the 3 thoughts I do have.
I was going to say, but like 3 bees inside of your skull would be fucking, regardless, very stressful.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's the whole Grand Canyon trip. I'm just like, okay, what are some jokes I can come up with for the Mortal Kombat video now while I can't play it? Okay, smoke, more like joke, because you fucking kidding me? And then
zoner, more like loner, because why are you so far away?
Let's go. Nice.
That was top of the head there.
That was pretty solid.
Listen, I haven't been on the road for a week and a half, though. You're working with a handicap here.
Yeah, exactly. But no, you see one bit of the Grand Canyon. You've seen the whole Grand Canyon, essentially. But
it's long, it's cavernous, it's basically my ex-wife, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go, zing!
Oh my goodness.
Good night, everybody.
We're better in person, ladies and gentlemen. We all know this.
But no, you did like strike a chord with me over the digging holes thing.
Oh yeah.
Because I haven't dug a hole in so long, in years.
There's 3 things that every man loves.
Yeah.
Digging holes at the beach.
Yeah.
Swords.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting the third one. The Roman Empire.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's basically, it's like.
Your bees, you were missing a bee for a
my
second.
bee went out my ear and he was like, no, I don't like it out here. Let's head back immediately.
Do you, when you dig a hole, because this is what everyone wants to hear about.
Oh, yeah, big time hole digging bit. Listen, I'm
big
sure.
time hole digging podcast.
For all
Welcome
of the
to
women.
Holes Anonymous.
All the women listening to our podcast, this is very eye-opening. All the guys listening to our podcast are like, fucking A right.
Yeah. We're really like resonating with everybody
1000%.
here. Are you building like, here's my strategy,
okay,
right? And maybe this does connect to the Roman Empire.
Okay.
I'll dig a hole, but then I have a friend on moat duty.
Oh, naturally.
Okay, good. You gotta get like near the shore. Like you're not doing dry sand digging.
No.
That's madness. Like join a fucking union if you want to actually dig in sand.
Yeah.
You go to the mud and you dig as close to the water as you can that there is a risk of the water getting in the hole, but like not so much of a risk that it's like, what are we even doing here, gentlemen?
Yeah, we're just flooding ourselves here.
Yeah.
Like, we're just trying to dig through constantly, like, shifting sand. Insane.
You need a good, like, infrastructure, but you also want some conflict. Like, you need the valuable resources that come with the water, and so you have your second guy on moat duty who makes a little barrier.
Water
or
diversion.
wall.
The water diversion course.
Water diversion core, yeah.
And then you want to, best case scenario, you make a little wading pool where the water like gets in and is warmer than all of the other water. You make like a pea water pool.
Right.
And that's a perfect scenario. That
Beautiful.
and stacking river, that's you go to a river, you stack rocks in a river, you stop the flow, you make a little like sitting area for yourself. That's also Barton Springs in Austin. Me and my friend would both take 6 packs of White Claws, so 12 White Claws between the two of us, and we would spend all day with a public speaker just hanging out, stacking rocks in the river and just get hammered and then bike home. Yeah.
That's so rad. I like how, like, you made a joke that you're like, all the guys out there are like, fuck yeah, I'm being heard. I'm one of those now.
Absolutely.
Like,
there's very few things that we emotionally like when it comes to like men resonate on, but this is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
But yes, we're back. We're better than ever. Danny is here. Danny just spent a week and a half at Colossal Con, which I do want to hear a little bit more about, and B, with his lovely girlfriend Sara, heading from, I guess, Pennsylvania all the way to LA.
Yeah. It was sick. Colossal Con was rad.
Yeah.
The first, I like didn't watch the episode that we recorded while I was at Colossal Con. It was just like such a blur. I woke up the next morning and my like handler, which is like every guest at a con has like what's called a handler.
Yeah.
And they just like make sure you're not assassinated live on stage, apparently.
And that's when Danny went down for his SAO take.
Yeah. The whole time, this is like similar to the Roman Empire thing. I always had a little thought in the back of my head while I was doing the cons that someone was going to like stand up, shout something in Latin and just fire.
Semper Tyrannis and just like, oh God, no, please.
Just like fire a revolver at me.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, if it's the Roman Empire, it would technically have been your handler.
Yeah.
It would have been.
True,
It would have been
my handler, Brutus?
Brutus, there it is.
My handler just comes up and he's like, all right, everything all set? And I'm like, yeah, thanks. I'm a little nervous. But he's like, don't even be nervous. By the way.
Don't be nervous. You won't have anything to be nervous about soon. Just stab wounds.
Just like, can you imagine like at a con, like you're seeing like, what's his name? The one everyone loves from
Matthew Mercer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Matthew Mercer and like someone comes up, talks with him, they shake hands, then the guy walks away and just like a little like pool of blood, just a pool of blood growing on his chest.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, oh, I didn't save my Constitution roll. Yeah.
He's like, so how about 5th edition D&D, everybody?
Be a professional. Push through.
You just see the hidden blade retract in his handler.
Yeah, fucking Ezio.
But no, it was awesome. It was very cool. People did. Oh, but why I was talking about the handler is because the next morning, after our pod, I met him and he was like, hey, how are you doing? And I was like, great. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm not as nervous anymore because we did the first panel. And he's like, awesome. You looked fucking dead last night on your podcast.
He watched? He's a member?
Yeah, he's a member. He watches.
Wild.
He was throwing, his name's Steve. He's awesome. He looks a lot like Matthew Mercer.
Love that for him.
Well, but here's the thing about that. So I kept making jokes. At Colossal Con, I reacted to Parasite, and then I reacted to Akame Got Killed another day.
The first 2 episodes of Akame Got Killed.
Yeah.
How'd you like?
It's the most generic fantasy anime I've ever seen.
I'll kill you, I swear to
It's
God,
like Sword Art Online without the game. What? Here's the thing. I don't usually like waifu characters very hard.
Okay.
like Himino got me harder than like anyone ever has.
Because she smokes, she's edgy and scary.
Yeah, it's impossible not to waifu Himino.
Well, for you.
For me, exactly.
I saw Himino, waifu didn't even register.
Really?
I just saw Himino, I was like, oh.
Himino's like shadow Sara. Like she looks like Sara with an eye patch.
Sara is a toad sitting on a lily pad. Himino is a felon, a murdering felon.
Yeah. But cat girl, like blonde.
Oh, Leone.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's the big sister trope.
She rules. Is she literally his sister? No.
Oh, God, no.
That's what I thought.
It's a whole trope thing.
She fucks.
Oh yeah.
She rules.
Wait until you meet Esdeath.
Is that the one I dressed as for our TikTok? Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I feel like I won't simp for Esdeath because I have that personal connection that I once was her.
That's,
you know?
I mean, I've also been her multiple times. That was the closest I've ever come to flashing my audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I got into that cosplay and I was like, my dick is out in the other room because I would change in the other room. Yeah. I'm like, I have to put underwear on. Otherwise, I would have been speed before speed.
But at Colossal Con, so I kept making jokes that my handler was Matthew Mercer because he looks identical to him. And most people got that it was a joke.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of laughter. And then afterwards, after my first panel, it was unbelievably sweet. People like came up and like wanted to take photos and get like signatures and stuff like that. And it was awesome. And I got to meet a lot of people. And one person came up and they're like, can I get your autograph? I was like, yeah, for sure. Totally. And I signed the thing. And he's like, yeah, like I bought this notebook to get your autograph. Now I'm going to get yours, your mom's, and Matthew Mercer's.
Oh no! So now it's just you and Karen's signatures sitting in a fucking...
No, now it's mine, my mom's, and Steve, who signed it, Matthew Mercer. And now this poor guy thinks he has Matthew Mercer's signature.
Oh,
because then after I like...
Shout out to Steve for dying for the bit, though.
Because then I went up to Steve and I was like, hey man, this guy thinks you're Matthew Mercer, like, make sure to tell him you're not. And he's like, I signed it, Matthew Mercer. It's like, we just made that dude's con. That guy had a hell of a double feature.
That's so funny.
I also love that in his mind, Matthew Mercer is like my like handler bitch.
Yeah. It's like, all right, Matt, fucking... I know you're trying to hang out with Hank Green and have your like a Critical Role TV show adapted into one of those popular things that Amazon has ever created. But where's my water bottle, Matt?
Yeah, where's my tepid water, bitch?
Yeah, please. Yeah. Hey, watch the podcast and make sure I didn't say anything incorrect. All right?
Yeah.
Snap to it. That's so funny.
Yeah, it was
good for
really
him.
funny.
Fucking shout out to Steve.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Steve was great. Steve's a bit too much of a guy though, because great guy, great man.
Hey, he can't get to you anymore. He's out of your reach.
True. He can't
talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Listen, Steve's a great guy, handsome, too handsome.
Oh, gotcha. That was your issue.
Sarah was like,
this keeps happening to you too. This is a problem.
When does this happen? With you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sarah's got to keep her damn mouth shut. She's going to find herself at the bottom of the Grand Ass Canyon.
Every time Sarah meets another man, she just like pans over to Danny and goes, She's like, what the fuck?
I forget. It was when you posted like a swimsuit picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
And Sarah's like, we were next to each other and she saw and she's like, oh, I didn't know Nick was so athletic. And I was like, easy here. And then Sarah...
She's like, no, it's fine. I love you the way you are. You're perfect.
She told me not to say this because Steve watches the podcast.
Naturally.
But she doesn't, so who cares?
So, exactly. I can say whatever I want here.
I introduced her to Steve and we hung out a little and stuff, and then he took us to the like water park part of it, and we went to this like hot tub like cave bar. It was crazy.
Wild.
You're coming next time. It would be sick. But it's like a cave that you go into and it's all like a giant jacuzzi and you grab like drinks and there's a little like bar stools underwater and shit.
That's so dope.
It's super cool. We hung out with Steve, all that. And then after we left, Sarah turns to me and she goes, woof. And I go, what do you mean?
You want to unpack that one for me, please?
And she was like, Steve, huh? And I was like, Steve, what?
And Steve was fired 2 hours later. Steve, go be Gray's handler. Go do something else. Get out of here.
Yeah.
What a fucking bastard.
We did get to meet Gray, which was dope.
You made a TikTok with her.
We did, yeah.
What was going on there? Did you script that or?
No, I was so nervous.
Yeah,
well, because she was like...
I couldn't tell.
We like, I went over and I was like, I got Steve like hooked me up with like meeting her and her agent also, which is interesting for us.
Oh yeah. Oh, why?
Yeah.
Why? Because we're gonna get her on the podcast
For this.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had to.
Oh, now you're shy?
Well, no, I had to sneak Michaela in here. I didn't know we were getting Gray.
Listen, we're gonna get the whole Avatar cast
Yeah, that's it.
eventually.
Those are the only people we ever interview.
But so Steve like got me like an opportunity to meet Gray Griffin, who plays Azula in Avatar, for people who don't know, and also every other female character.
If you've ever loved a female character in animation,
any
plays
female character Tara Strong isn't voicing, Gray is. But I met her and she was just like so unbelievably nice and so like professional in meeting people that she was like really good at like ushering me from like a I got my 2 minutes of hanging out with her, but they were so like I felt so seen in them.
Oh yeah.
And then she was like, so what do you do? And I was like, oh, I do like TikTok and Avatar stuff. And she was like, should we make a TikTok? And I was like, I don't know.
So that wasn't even your suggestion.
No, she was like, let's do a TikTok. And then she was like, what scene should we do? And I was like, I haven't seen Avatar.
What show are you on?
Yeah, I was like, which one's Avatar? And then she was like, she came up with like a line to do. And that's why my TikTok is just me being like, okay, I'm next to Gray.
I'm here with Gray, and she's doing all the work, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
I love that you had your Smosh moment.
Yeah.
Sarah was like, oh, that was tough to watch. And you're like, oh, what do you mean? I thought I crushed it.
As we're leaving, I was like, Sarah, was it nice that you got to meet Gray? And she was like, we met her. And I was like, did we?
I thought I pushed you in front of me. Nice to meet. Okay.
Yeah.
You talk to her.
But speaking of Colossal Con, I got you some gifts.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Danny got me gifts. Danny was like, on our last podcast episode, Danny was like, oh, yeah, I got your gifts for your birthday, because my birthday was a month ago. But me and Danny haven't seen each other in a long time. So
use your knife. Use your big combat knife.
My big old combat knife.
Yeah.
It's actually...
Jeez, well, don't.
It's actually it's a planting knife that I got from a company that actually just hired me again. So
nice. So you can say the name.
So great company.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So really, really good company. Happy.
Are you not going to say the name only when they pay you?
But I mean, they didn't sponsor the podcast.
Wow.
Listen, when they sponsor the podcast, I'll bring up
You're
their name.
so hardcore.
Listen.
For anyone who can't see, Nick is using like a World War I
trench knife. Yeah.
like trench warfare knife.
I had
where
to
it's
dig
like
this out of a Kraut's forehead.
Yeah, where it's like You're
the one who bubble wraps the fucking shit out of it.
I meant so there's two there.
Okay. What?
This is horrible for an audio medium. There's two canvases there. I meant to only give Nick one, but since I moved, I had to wrap them together, and I didn't want to unwrap it. So, Nick, you can either have both or just the one. Nick, explain what's happening here.
The bubble wrap is off. I've now cracked into the paper. I'm opening the back canvas. They're lighter than I thought they would be.
Yeah. Okay, that's the one you'll like.
This is the one I'll like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God! Wait, that piece of paper is not for you. Someone gave me that.
What do you mean the piece of paper?
The one in the canvas.
Okay. There's
a fan gave me that.
There's a piece of paper. Oh, it's Ed and Al.
Yeah.
This is so cute.
Isn't it sick?
I want this.
No.
I want this.
Damn it.
This is the one I want. Okay. So this is what Danny thinks I'll like. Oh, okay. So Danny sent me this picture yesterday. So I'm showing it off to the camera.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try my best here. Danny sent me this picture the other day of this like techwear, like Metal Gear-esque, like Naruto art, and it was sick as fuck. And it's called Warfare, apparently, but this is Kakashi with all of his ninken, his ninjouts. This is dope.
Yeah, isn't it sick?
This is dope.
I knew you'd love that.
This is so sick. Okay, now I want to see the other one.
Yeah.
But this is the first one. I don't know if I have a wide enough angle to show it off, but there you go. That's it. Do you know the
Show it
artist?
to the wide. I do. Let me look it up.
It's this. It's this right here. If you can read hiragana, or that might be katakana. If you can read katakana, then you're lit.
Ooh, katakana.
There's 3 alphabets in Japanese. It's incredibly hard to learn. This one's for you. This is my present to you. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Now I'm going to open the other one. The other one also is encapsulated in paper.
Oh, it's by Kawaii Satori on Instagram. Definitely check them out. KAWAII_SATORI. They're awesome. Their art is sick. I can't tell the emotions you're feeling right now.
So this one is Sasuke. Yeah. And fuck, it is dope,
That's what I'm saying.
It's really cool.
But
it's Sasuke with Manda behind him and a Glocky. He's also got like love that he's wearing a crop top.
Yeah, I think Kakashi also is.
Is wearing a crop top.
Yeah, they have like a fishnet crop top.
They're running tactical mid-drift. Yeah. That's what they're doing. And then with the tattoos, I'll let you keep this one because
I knew you would
it would be bad for my brand.
I knew it.
Also because you were like, oh, I didn't mean to get both of them for him, and the idea of taking both of them from you would probably kill me.
No, well, I did. So here's what happened. I saw the Naruto one.
How is that where you would decide to put it? Like, just leave Danny. Danny was like, what if I just put it like on the entirety of the table in front of me? Just put it down. Yeah.
Here's the thing. No, it's not that I was like, oh, I want this one, but fuck, I wrapped them together. Hopefully Nick gives it back.
Yeah.
It was, I wanted the Naruto one for you. I was like, that's Nick's birthday gift. But they didn't have it. He just had the Kakashi and this one.
So you tell me the other guy, there was another guy. Danny sends me a photo of this guy with Naruto. It's Kurama. He's got guns and stuff.
Yeah, they didn't have it.
Yeah, and he was like, Danny sends me, what do you mean?
That guy had the last one.
What a fucking asshole.
The fan.
And he loved me?
Yeah, he loves
me. And you weren't like, you know what Nick would love?
He brought it over, and I was like, oh, thanks. And he was like, huh? And like shifted it away.
He slapped your hand. I was like, get away.
But what's it called? So they didn't have the Naruto one. I was like, fuck, I really want to get that. But they had the Kakashi one, and I was like, yo, like, do you know NC Hammer 23 online? He'll love it, like this and that. Big Naruto YouTuber.
He asked if you knew me?
No, I asked if
gotcha,
he knew you.
Yeah.
He did not.
I thought you said he loved me.
No, the guy who makes them.
Oh.
So the guy who made these canvases, I bought them from. The guy sent you a picture of.
Did you pay?
I paid for one. That's where the story was going.
Okay, gotcha.
But so I motherfluffin'. The guy I sent you a picture of was a fan.
Yes.
And he just bought one. And that's when I was like, I gotta find that artist.
Gotcha.
Found the artist, told him about you, the YouTube page, blah, blah. And he was like,
gotcha.
And he was like, yo, I used to do YouTube content. He didn't tell me what he did. But he was like, I totally get it. Like, I respect the hustle. I love it. Like, I'll give you both. And he gave me both of them, and I was like, Nick's not gonna like the Sasuke one.
Oh, that's the one you got for free?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that it's like legitimately sick as fuck.
I knew you'd love it. I just knew you wouldn't want it behind your shit. You know what I mean?
I
like,
wonder where I'm gonna
displayed.
put it. Maybe we'll nail them onto the door or something. I don't know. That's sick, though. Thank you.
Aren't they sick?
It.
Yeah.
That's a very good birthday present.
Sure.
Thank you, Daniel. For the man who has everything, what do you get? Okay, so thus concludes our very long cold opening. I'm sorry, me and Danny missed each other a lot, and we wanted to talk about it, you know.
This was anime related.
This was anime.
If it's about anime, it's just the warm opening.
Yeah, exactly. Like the lukewarm opening.
Yeah.
But I'm Nick, also known as NCMer23 or the Weeb Commander. I just hit 2 years.
Wow.
On YouTube.
We should have done a cake or something.
I
we should have eaten on the podcast.
I didn't. I mean, where's your Pop-Tart?
I know.
You deleted it.
The fact that I moved, I devoured that Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
I sent you a text. I wanted you to reply, but I was like, I'm going to massacre any Pop-Tart in your house. And then I was going to get more aggressive. I was going to be like, there is going to be a fucking genocide of Pop-Tarts.
I do want you to know, by the way, so I've been moving your car to other sides of the street because
cleaning.
Yeah, exactly. Street cleaning. There's a cup of French fries in your car, and has been the entire time you were gone from Burger King. Because where else? Right in the center console. Didn't realize it until a couple of days ago when I was moving the car. I was like,
I had no idea.
They, by the way, look completely fine. So, you know, you've been putting that in your body.
Yeah.
You look great. But I just hit 2 years on NCMer 23, and then I hit 1 year. So we hit at 1 year on Weeb Commander. Cody texted me. He's like, Weeb Commander's had its first birthday. I was like, that's crazy. The next day, he was like, this is our 2-year anniversary of working together. And I was like, did we start the Weeb Commander exactly a year after?
Yeah, I was thinking that. That's crazy.
I was like, so apparently,
you got to start another channel now. For the second year.
We started this one too quickly.
Yeah.
I've started so many channels.
Yeah.
Listen, only a couple of them have stuck. There's Hammer's Collection.
I saw Hammer's Collection when I was looking for your birthday gift.
Low-key, pretty good videos on Hammer's Collection. It was just like hard. I just ran out of space.
I went on such a stupid spree of emailing one day because it was everyone you've ever done a Hammer's Collection video on.
Yeah.
Which, for anyone who wants to retroactively watch that dead channel, it's Nick opening a bunch of these statues, unboxing statues to get more free statues.
Yeah.
I emailed all of them and I was like, hey, it's NC Hammer 23's birthday. We have this pod. He's grown this many numbers. Can I get a statue for him? No one replied.
No way.
Then I emailed Ian from Smosh.
Okay. Did you actually?
Also no reply.
Fuck.
I emailed him a ton. Like, I looked for every, I got the IMDb Pro thing.
No way.
I tried getting him on the pod as your birthday gift.
That would have been so funny.
That's why it took until Colossal Con.
Oh, that would have been so funny, dude. Oh my god, that would have been so fucking. I would have cried laughing. I would have just been like, all right, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
See yourself.
Bye.
Here's $100. Get the fuck out of my face.
But yeah, we should have started this pod on the 2-year anniversary of your first one.
We can just delete all of our last 34 episodes.
They're crap. They suck.
They're shit.
Yeah.
But yes, and I'm joined by the person who everybody wants merch of, Pissboy.
Pissboy.
That's like our number one request for merch. And by the way, good time to plug. Me and Danny are both repping our brand new.
Your merch.
Well, it is my merch, but it's available on otakusanonymous.net. But on otakusanonymous.net, you can also get Otakus Anonymous merch, Otaku Anonymous sticker packs, which I actually have on my computer, which is not in this room currently. My merch, Danny's merch, and it's a great way to support us and also looks super good.
Yeah, someone at Colossal Con had Otaku's Anonymous merch on. She was unbelievably sweet. She was awesome.
So quick.
So that's what I'm saying. So fast. I was like really impressed. But yeah, I've been so busy, I haven't been able to order any merch, but I'll wear some of mine, some Otaku's Anonymous.
Yeah.
We really want to, now that I'm settling back in, there are stickers that go so hard. Our Otaku's Anonymous stickers, they're awesome. It's Nick and I as Alphonse and Edward, Naruto and Sasuke.
Mikasa and Eren.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah, basically Gon and Killua. And then there's one where I'm sitting on Danny as a throne.
They're so good. And I want to put them on shirts. I was appalled when I saw they were just stickers. I was like, send me the files. Those are going on shirts. So if you're holding out, hold out for those because they're going to be awesome.
I kind of want to do the Tim Robinson sketch, because people are legitimately asking for Pissboy merch. Yeah. And I kind of want to do the Tim Robinson thing where it's like a little dribble on a pair of pants or something.
Horrible.
You got to donate.
At the con, the girl, I forgot it. She wrote this whole thing on a Otaku's Anonymous thing.
Oh,
very
the
sweet.
Letter. Yeah.
I sent it to you.
A photo of it. Yeah.
But she on it it calls me Pissboy, and Steve leans over and he's like, "Should I get her out of here?" Because part of his job as handler is I have to give him a sign, which is the tiger seal.
No Could you have chosen something less inconspicuous?
That's why.
Oh, thank you for touching my shoulder. What are you doing?
That's why. Well, because if I did a big wink, people would know that I summoned him. But I'm always doing the little hand sign. If I'm oh, that's so cool, I summon Steve. I do a little Naruto summon.
That's so fucking obvious. If somebody's like, "Hey, I have something I want to show you in my car," and you're like, "Oh no way!"
I bite my thumb, draw a little blood thing on the ground.
They're like, "Here, it's a lock of my hair," and you're like, "Oh, what? Tiger seal? What the fuck are you doing?"
So I do the tiger seal. What? I thought it was clever. He liked it.
That's so stupid.
No, it isn't.
Why weren't you
It's inconspicuous. It's an anime convention.
Why were you I'll scratch my ear or something?
That's so conspicuous.
No, it's not.
Yes.
You're dude, something is not a fucking. First off, the biggest sign out of any of the Naruto hand signs is the fucking tiger sign. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
But anyway.
So I just do the entirety of the water dragon bullet jutsu.
Yeah, you do water dragon jutsu. I have to say it too to summon him.
That's so fucking silly.
My call sign to get Steve over is Steve, help! It has to be real inconspicuous and subtle so no one's alarmed. Like someone comes up and they're like
I'm sweating.
someone comes up and, sometimes fans are like, hey, like, now that we got this selfie, like, can we be friends? Can I have your number? And I'll be like, yeah, totally. I'm peeing, Steve, please.
My emergency sign is the piss running down my leg.
I just have to piss. And then I do a little like I pat it. So he knows it's not just like the run-of-the-mill piss.
There's too many B's to decipher.
But so she handed me this thing, and it calls me Pissboy.
Yeah.
And he's like looking at my hands to see if I do the sign. And then when she left, he was like, did you need me to step in there? Like that could have gotten out of hand, her calling you Pissboy. And I was like, no, it's like a thing.
It's an inside joke, Steve. You wouldn't get it. That's so fucking funny. Okay. There's so much we need to talk about this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tons.
I started two manga.
Whoa.
I started Goku Rakugai. The one with the really sexy smoking woman.
Big worms.
Big worm?
Worms.
I only read the first chapter. No,
Is it like 78 pages? Like it's pretty long.
Well, I mean, every first chapter in the history of first chapters is 78 pages long.
Yeah, we are talking about the same one. What'd you think?
They're the Odd Jobs. The Odd Jobs the one.
He like fights a big worm in the first one, I think.
Oh, does he? I don't remember that. Oh, I only got 26 pages in.
Oh,
didn't do it. I was on a plane and I was like, I'm gonna read manga, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna watch shitty movies on the back of this of this chair. But I am gonna read because it made it to its 11th chapter. So I was like, if it's made it past 10 chapters, like it's finally like actually go.
Here's the thing, though.
You know what's actually very funny?
What?
The 11th chapter came out on September 3rd, and it doesn't say that there's another chapter coming out.
Here's the thing. Wait, what are you reading it on?
Shonen Jump. And usually if you go to a manga, it'll be like X amount of days until the next one. Oh, it's monthly. That's why.
There's 12 Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's monthly. That's why.
So here's the thing. It started as like a 10 chapter, like, not one-off.
They released like they had like all 10 chapters done. Or something.
Like originally it was 10 chapters and that's it. Like it was like a pilot manga.
Gotcha, yeah.
And then it got like enough love that they're like, okay, then they re-released it and now we're on chapter 11 and now it's like new content finally.
Gotcha.
So the past like year has just been like retreaded content, allegedly.
Oh, so like it all came out and then they're like, let's post it month by month. Gotcha, yeah.
And now it's like finally expanded. What do you think of it so far?
It's cool. I love the art style
Art
so goddamn
style's
much.
Unbelievable.
It's also like, I just love like a big, scary, smoking woman.
Yeah.
Like that's, and the main character, like the redheaded dude, I'm totally forgetting his name right now.
I have no idea what his name is.
Like also like a very lovable character. I just love like two characters scumming it through life.
Yeah.
I love that
They
story.
are scummy.
Yeah.
He's like a sexier Kirishima.
Yes,
Looks a lot like Kirishima.
Yeah.
It is so, I hope it like gets better and does well. Because I read the first chapter and it's very like run of the mill from the first one. And I asked my friend Kyle, who'd like read all 10 at the time, and he was like, it's pretty like your run of the mill shonen.
Gotcha.
Like for the first 10 chapters. I hope it gets better because I fucking love the character designs.
Yeah.
Like I want this shit to blow up and get an
just
anime
to
and
hang
shit.
out in the universe.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
exactly.
Like, the art style can genuinely very much. That's why like, I'm so surprised that Demon Slayer did well because the art style in the manga is so bad for the first like 100 chapters, and you're like, okay, good thing the story's pretty good. The fights are good because you're like, oh my god, this is ugly. And then I also started Dandadan.
I know that too. What is that?
It's like a supernatural, like slice of life. It's not a slice of life, but it's like people think it's like JJK if it was like way like there's like way more like fucking in it apparently. I also only got through the first chapter.
Isn't that just Chainsaw Man?
I guess kind of, yeah.
Yeah, what is this? This looks fucking sick.
Dandadan is very popular. It's getting an anime adaptation soon, which is why I'm reading it.
Yo!
It had not it's not on Shonen Jump, so it wasn't on my radar really.
What's it on?
It's on
It's like Berserk.
Oh, it's on Jump Plus, that's why.
What the fuck? What is that?
Jump Plus is the monthly Jump. So you can read it on Viz, but it's not on Shonen Jump, which is really annoying.
These fucking bastards. So for all three, it's like $8 a month.
If you get Jump Plus, Jump
Yeah.
Mega, and Shonen Jump, I think it's like $8 a month, something like that.
Goodness.
But there's separate apps. That's the most annoying part.
Yeah,
is
that's
it's
the worst part.
It's
Yeah.
like I don't like condense it and like I don't know, have like gated content and be like, no, this is a monthly manga, this is a quarterly manga, something like that. Because now I can't get Black Clover on the Shonen Jump app anymore because it's on Jump Mega. And like I want all my manga in one spot. Like,
There's
at least
no
all
reason
my,
for it.
All my good manga. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, if I'm trying to read some like indie fucking webcomic shit, like obviously I'll go elsewhere for that. But like, give me all my good manga in one spot and I'll be a happy boy.
It's all by the same fucking company. It's all Shonen.
It's Shueisha.
Right. It's all Shueisha. Make it one app. What are you doing?
I don't. Who knows, man?
Is it good though?
It's really good. Yeah.
How far
Well, I
are
mean,
you?
for the first chapter, it was pretty good.
Man, it looked sick from the Google images I saw.
Yeah.
And it's one of those ones on Instagram that like my whole Instagram feed, other than like half naked women, because all of the people I've met out here are like models.
Yeah, or porn
like,
stars. Yeah,
like models and porn stars. So like all of my like Instagram mutuals.
My Instagram has gotten so thirsty.
Yeah.
And like not even. And I'm like I like it
It's
because
not
they're
my
my
fault.
friends.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, good job, good photo,
Yeah.
Renee. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, but God, are they out? You
Yeah.
know, they're out.
But it's half that and half like just manga panels from like random manga I've never heard of, and Don's always showing up because it just has crazy fucking like one panel images.
Yeah. No, like I'm very excited for it. My buddy, White Boy Evan on TikTok, hit me up. And he was like, it's getting an anime adaptation. You need to read it. And I was like, okay, finally. I love my favorite kind of text is out of the blue, people being like, read this manga. And I'm like, all right. Like, if you have my number, I trust your manga taste. So like, I'll read it. So yeah, I'm doing that. And Goku Rakugai, and like those are my two like kind of like filler manga right now because Black Clover just went monthly and everything else like JJK is on a 2-week break right now because like a big fight just wrapped. Well, it's just like it's not like a oh we're like a hiatus. It's like a big fight just wrapped. So they're like giving the manga a second to breathe or something. I don't really know.
Wait. What do you mean?
Not the anime, the manga.
JJK
got you.
The
anime's coming out
because I was
regularly.
they just did a little break, and I was like, fucking.
You know what's really funny?
What?
Zom 100 just did that.
Again?
So, let me write to you because I had to write it down. The level of ridiculousness. So Zom 100 released an episode on August 13th. Yeah. And then took a break until September 3rd.
Right. Yeah.
And then on
Another
September
break?
3rd, released a recap video, like a like a 0.5 episode.
Yeah.
And now isn't releasing until September 17th. So there's been 2 episodes between August 13th and September 17th.
God damn. What is happening?
What's going on?
I hate that every week we report on the fact that like anime is just taking breaks.
Yep. And the same thing happened with Bleach. Bleach just got a new chapter, like a new episode, like literally today as we're filming. It's what is today? Saturday, the 16th. But like it also took like a week-long break, and which was wild. We talked about this last week because Studio Period is like being like, oh, Boruto's not coming out, Naruto's not coming out. Oh, and also Bleach is on a break. And it's like, what's happening? Like Bleach looks fantastic. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Like the fights are clean. It's the best animation probably out combat-wise right now, but like.
But again, just make it all and then release it.
Finish it.
Yeah.
Just finish it. I'll wait. I'll
just do the season.
Put it out in the winter. Like I'm very excited for in a couple of weeks when actually like 2 weeks, I think, because I think we're almost at the end of the fall season. We're about to head into the winter season. I think winter season
and
starts
like what's coming out?
So Solo Leveling.
Yeah.
We know that. So that's also news that I guess we can cover right now. Solo Leveling just got its 3rd trailer 6 days ago. So it was like Monday. It got its 3rd trailer and it looks really good.
It's cool looking.
What, do you have reservations?
Solo Leveling doesn't interest me.
Have you read it?
I've read the first volume.
Okay.
And it's just fucking Sword Art Online. It is.
You care to elaborate on that point?
Same thing. It's they go into dungeons, they like level up and shit.
I guess. Well, one of them levels up.
Yeah, and he's like I so don't care about the main character so far.
Okay.
Where he's just like, I'm poor.
I got your money.
I got the money, and I'm the worst.
I'm the weakest.
But I could be the strongest.
Yeah, I mean, it is a very formulaic like story. I think the thing is, 1, he gets hot.
Yeah.
Like he pushes his hair back, he gets taller, he gets stronger. 2, it's because I think a lot of the hype around Solo Leveling is colored pictures.
It's just fucking color.
It's color
That's
pictures.
my beef.
It is kind of the thing where everyone was like, wow, this is gorgeous. And it was like, this is what all manga would look like if it was printed on glossy paper and was color.
It's the most fucking like caveman unga bunga logic.
Oh, absolutely.
Where they're just like, color, this is the future of manga. And it's like,
when did we get Technicolor books?
Yeah, wait until they see a fucking comic.
Yeah, actually. I mean, I definitely agree with you on that because it's the weakest gets strongest because he almost dies. And like but he's brave and because of that, and like it is. Now that you say it, it is pretty SAO coded because he dual wields. He's got 2 weapons.
It's just SAO, and it's like
minus the fan service.
That's good.
Yeah,
at least. But it's like Neutron's having a dream.
Yeah, he's running.
I don't like the like.
He's running.
Sorry.
They always do it every single time either of them falls asleep like deeply. Yeah. They get in a fight.
That's
like
so
in their
funny.
dreams, are always like, oh, good morning.
Good morning. But I don't like any like video game coded anime.
Really?
I just hate it. It's annoying. I hate the fact that like in this world, random people, like I could go to CVS or whatever, and the worker there who's like 58 years old, like your average Joe, and is just like, oh, like how'd you do on today's dungeon? Did you get the fucking? Did you beat the big boss?
Also, why does everybody know I'm the weakest hunter?
Yeah.
Why is this such common knowledge? Now he's going through a dream.
I know.
They're both going through it.
They're synced up.
I think they genuinely were. They both took the red pill. But yeah, no. So.
But the animation's good. Like the animation looks great. It looks very cool. But there's just nothing in it that was like nothing that I think if you have like lukewarm opinions on Solo Leveling, there's nothing in it that is like, oh fuck, this is next level.
I think the animation is gonna be really good. I think the fights are gonna be really cool, but like at the end of the day, it's not even SAO coded, it's Don Machi coded.
What is that?
Is it wrong to try and pick up girls in a dungeon? It has like 5 seasons. It's about this kid who wants to become a hunter and he's super weak, but like he's like in love with this girl who's like the strongest hunter, and like there is like it's like instead of like random gates popping up, it's like a dungeon that everybody travels to and becomes like hunters. And the deeper you get in the dungeon, the stronger the enemies, but the more money you make. And so it's like, oh, they like get in these situations where they're like, oh no, we're getting mobbed by a bunch of strong enemies, and they have to try and retreat up through the higher levels, but then the enemies follow them and all that. So it's like, it's very, is it wrong to try and pick up girls in a dungeon? Like if you ignored the fact that that's like supposed to be a romance anime. Yeah. So like, I think at the end of the day, if you're looking for pure action and good animation, it's gonna deliver pretty heavily. But if you're like, wow, do I want like a rich and intricate plot? You're probably not gonna get it. Because the entire purpose of the show is he's weak, he gets strong, a bunch of dungeons pop up, he beats the dungeons, but then the real monsters are humans.
It's people.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like, it's like, and then a bunch of like S rank hunters come after him, like he has to battle against them, and that's all. And then there's like people trying to kill him in the dungeons and all of that. So like that's kind of like the whole thing. Like there's nothing where you're gonna be like, wow, this is breaking the standards.
So in that it's like it's people, which is good. Like, what's the other than color, leaving color out of it? What's like the big appeal? Like, are the villains good? Are the fights like genuinely like? Are they memorable?
The fights
crazy
are really
fights?
Cool. Yeah, the fights are like even in the manhwa, the fights are really good.
All I saw, like all that really happens in volume 1 is he does like the puzzle. Like with the big statues like
no one can run away.
Yeah, exactly. Which is fun. Like it was cool seeing a puzzle happen. But I didn't get a sense of like, oh, there's gonna be cool one-on-one like villain versus hero fights or anything like that. So
I mean, I've only read the first 4 volumes. I think there's 5 and 6
there's only like 7 of them. Yeah. So you're far.
But I like the first 4, it's mostly like big villains in, the dungeons, and then like he pumps into a couple of like class like A and B, like hunters who are like trying to wipe people out and like maybe wipe him out. I don't really remember it all that well, but like, I don't know if there is a big bad. There's like this S-class hunter who like he killed the brother of basically. And like, that's like the guy who's going to be like the final boss, at least to where I'm at currently. But like, there is really good fights.
That's
so like,
good.
I think like if you're looking for like pretty like if it like God of High School, not to compare it to another manhwa, but like if you're looking for a formulaic, the guy gets strong. I guess, Jin Mori's always strong, but like if this is a 0 to hero story where a guy gets strong, it's pretty, the fights are good, it'll be a great mind-numbing, this
just
is a
simple but well done.
Exactly. It'll be like, I'm trying to think of the best comparison to it. Like maybe like Kengan Ashura, like not like just like something where it's like a fun watch, but you're not like, oh, this is like JJK level masterpiece, you know?
Right.
So that's, I mean, but speaking of,
I know, good transition.
thank you. I'm trying my hardest.
Yeah.
2 episodes that I want to talk about because last week you didn't see the episode.
You fucking undersold how crazy last week's episode is.
It was over Skype. It was hard. It was hard to like talk about it without spoiling it. So one, we're talking about Mekamaru versus Mahito's episode, not the Shibuya incident episode. So what's going on? What's going through your mind there?
Just to clarify, we will talk about the Shibuya incident episode after. But yeah, first the Mekamaru one. Holy shit. Like, second best episode of the season.
Yeah.
If not best. The only reason it's not the best is because I
can't believe this reaction from you.
Is in what regard? Like,
no,
you thought I wouldn't like it, or you thought I'd like it more?
It was an entire fight episode, so I thought you would.
I love fights.
I know, but like you love plot way more.
Well, no, it needs a little both. Like, well, because that's the thing. That's why I'd say second best is because I cared more about like Gojo, Geto, and Toji. In like the episode where like his name's Toji, the villain, right?
Toji Fushiguro?
Yeah. Where Toji like comes, does a big like assassination and like all that. Like that's probably my favorite episode.
The aquarium episode that then leads into the battle.
Yeah, because it's like I resonate with the characters a little more and like there's higher shock value. The fight was also just great. This is just like raw spectacle, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
I've never
very Studio Trigger, right?
Very Studio Trigger. I've never seen like a mecha anime that I really love. 86 is really cool.
Did you finish it? You've had no time to watch anything.
Yeah.
I don't even know
I'm
why
like
I asked
10 episodes in though.
Yeah.
Like I'm fat in it.
Wow.
Which is good. It's really good.
I think it's only 24 episodes.
Yeah. But it's not like you don't watch it for fights. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
it's very much like the political world building.
I've never seen like this sold me on mecha fight anime.
Yeah.
It was so sick.
You know what's cooler than that is that there's a ton of references to mecha anime in that scene. So the scene when Mekamaru first unveils like the massive mech and it screams, that's a Neon Genesis Evangelion reference of like Ava 1.
They do what I thought was an Attack on Titan reference.
When?
Because he literally does Aaron's roar. Like when he roars, it's just Aaron.
Yeah,
like,
well that's Aaron's roar is because Attack on Titan is literally just Flashbacks, but it's a Ava 1. It's like,
oh, really?
It's like an Ava 1 reference of the mech releasing and be like, because mechs are alive in Neon Genesis Evangelion. They're like angels that they put armor on. And then the other one, you know, when like his last puppet is like punching through and there's like that huge red and blue, like color spectrum that the mech, like, you know, like he destroys the big mech and the small, like Mahito's destroying all like the little mechs and his last mech comes through and then he punches through the last mech with a simple domain like tube that he stabs into Mahito. That scene where he punches through that last mech is actually a reference to Gurren Lagann. Which is another mech anime. It's like,
oh, there's a little drill. Yeah, that's what I knew. Yeah, I know.
Like that simple domain thing. Yeah, it's a reference to I think it was Kamina punching through like his mech.
It's really good.
Yeah, it was good.
Really, really cool. It fucking, oh my God, when he like shoots off his last simple domain thing or whatever, and it's the middle finger one. Like, shut up. That's so cool. It was all really good. The part you talked about where he's like running through the forest, changing into different animals and shit.
Wasn't that scene crazy?
Yeah, really good.
It's really hard to explain why that scene is so crazy for anime because you just don't get follow scenes like that.
Well, it's just, there's so much to draw. Like, they're just drawing a shit ton. It's like that scene where Levi swoops in and like fucks up
his battle against Kenny, or no?
No, against Zachary, the Beast Titan.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
That's his name, right?
Not
Zachary?
even
no,
remote. Zeke.
Zeke.
Yeah.
Not remotely. It's Zeke.
Well, I forgot what his name was for a second. I was like, definitely not Zachary, though.
But
imagine. Oh no, we need to kill Zach.
They're all stupid names.
They're not like, oh God, Chris is the
Zeke is cooler.
Zeke is way cooler. Listen, no hatred to the Zacks out there, but Zeke is a way cooler name than Zach.
Zeke is such a dumb name. I disagree.
I think Zeke
Comment below.
It's a sick name.
But when Levi like comes in, does his thing, like swoops around, fucks up the Beast Titan, like almost kills him. That scene, I remember seeing a video talking about it, and it like took them like 3 months to animate alone. this is like one of those sequences where like I bet that took them like 5 months to do.
Absolutely.
Just like him swinging through the forest, turning into a mouse, this and that.
The best thing that I compare it to, though, is Levi, but it's his battle against Kenny.
Yeah, that
where
too.
there's that super long shot that it's like him sliding down the roof, like swinging in between like the alleys, like hitting the cart, all of that. That super long follow shot that you almost just never see.
Yeah.
It's like very like you see it in like modern day modern day action movies. Like Extraction 2 does a really good follow scene. It's a good movie. Don't you dare. It's a good movie. But like it's like a really long like follow scene with Chris Hemsworth or whatever fucking Hemsworth is in it.
Yeah, Chris.
Did I nail it?
Yeah, it's okay.
Cool.
It's okay. Calm down.
Because Liam's the one that
Who's going to be the Witcher?
Oh, yeah, people are upset about that.
And he dated Miley, I think.
Yeah. I think he married Miley.
No way.
I'm pretty sure they were married at some point.
I don't think, maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty in tune with what Miley Cyrus is up to.
You big Hannah Montana fan?
Yeah, big My Head.
Oh,
big.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, big Miley dropper.
What do people?
Monted?
What are people from Montana called?
Montanians?
No way.
I don't know.
Actually,
I don't know.
Montaniacs?
Yeah. Montaniacs?
I kind of like Montaniacs.
There's just a couple of Montaniacs here.
I kind of like that.
You get the limo out front. Oh. Yeah, me
Different
too.
size, different cut. I don't know. It's something like that. We nailed it. But yeah,
sorry, go on.
No, that episode, very good.
I was just going to say, the only thing is, and they warned me about this, so I watched it on my iPad, and when you buy, like, an Apple product, they have to let you know that, like, this is going to happen. Like, they have to warn you about this legally. But, like, a couple years, like 10 or so years ago, when they were like making the molds and like of the plastic that went into like my specific iPad, and like obviously
going with this.
I'm just explaining what happened. Right. When they're making the plastic molds that like go into like, hundreds of iPads, one of the employees.
Hundreds.
Well, like, because it doesn't go into all of them.
Oh.
Like the plastic, like they have a big vat of plastic, and that is like pressed in to make an iPad. And this specific vat that was used to make my iPad and several others, one of the employees tragically like fell into the vat and like died, mixing with the plastic. And so obviously when something like that happens, they still use the plastic, but they have to tell you, this tragic incident happened. Do you still want to buy the product? I was like, sure, that's fine. I'm not really superstitious, but there is a chance people think that incident can like result in like a haunted product, because there was so much fucking ghosting in this episode and the next one.
You're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking ass. You're such a dick. Oh my God, I hate you so much. I was like, no, they don't. They don't have to use the plastic. I was like, oh, that's the human body batch. Here, just sign off at the bottom here if you want your haunted fucking iPad. You're a fucking dick.
Nick was befuddled.
I was like,
you were flabbergasted.
First off, I've bought many an Apple product and never been like, hey, people keep falling.
Hey, ghost or no ghost?
Yeah, do you want, don't worry, we'll knock $50 off the price. There is blood in your phone. That would be, probably, listen, these phones are made with blood money, but like, fuck you.
You didn't appreciate that at all?
I did, obviously, but I was because I believed you. I had no reason not to believe you. I was like, Danny's never lied to me. Of course, he might have the fucking ghost iPad, but yes. So that was something that I was gonna bring up. Ghosting episode. This is the second episode. Yuji versus the Dick Monster. Much worse.
Yeah. We'll circle back.
Okay. Yuji versus the Dick Monster is ghosting incarnate, ghosting and dimming. What's wild to me is that people are upset about it. And it's like, they have to do it.
Oh, fuck off. I'm upset. Get seizures, you dumb pricks.
Legally, they cannot release a certain level of brightness and like flashing.
It's just, I don't know though, because I think the reason people are upset is because some anime do it more aggressive than others. Like My Hero definitely dims, 100%.
Yeah.
But I don't think they ghost. I'd prefer dimming.
They defo ghost.
I don't think...
Pretty much, well, also, every time that Deku uses, like, one for all at 100%, they dim the fucking shit out of it.
Well, they dim it, and it sucks, and I hate it.
Deku versus Shoto,
yeah.
They, like, when, like, those two things combined, and they dim the hell out of it.
They, like... No, there's dimming. Like, I admit it.
Yeah.
Like, Fire Force has dimming. like Gurren Lagann has some dimming, but it's like ghosting has never been an issue to me in any anime other than Jujutsu Kaisen and Naruto, where they just ghost the fuck out of it.
Here's the thing, though. So, one, if you buy it on Blu-ray, none of that exists.
Even the ghosting?
None of the ghosting and dimming, if you buy it on Blu-ray, doesn't exist. It's like a broadband, like you can't show it on like a TV broadcast type of thing. So what we get, like when it comes, obviously what comes to streaming services is just ripped from the broadcast. So we get the broadcast direct to streaming services, and because like Pikachu killed like 3,000 children, they have to dim it and they have to do ghosting. The reason that Naruto and JJK are so bad, ironically, is because the fights are good. So the thing is, you don't have to dim Bleach, right?
But Chainsaw Man.
Well, okay.
There's like no dimming or ghosting.
But the thing is, Chainsaw Man isn't about like, there's no like high speed movement, right? Chainsaw Man is like Denji jumping down and like slashing something, or like a couple of like quick moves with like a I don't know, power using a blood sickle or something like that.
Yeah.
But because JJK and Naruto are so martial arts based, like because it's so like punchy, right? But it's like high speed, like high amounts of like actual choreographed punches. We have to like, instead of doing like the blurred, like, you know, streaky background and then like a bunch of like pictures of fists coming down on you. Like a good example would be in like MHA when Deku throws a bunch of punches at somebody. Like in the most recent movie, there's like him battling against a guy whose ability is rebound. Yeah. And like during that, he like throws a bunch of punches, but he throws so many punches that it looks like a wall of punches coming in, right? And that kind of thing happens all the time.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
In Naruto and JJK, it's like highly choreographed like punches, but those have to be ghosted because the movement is so quick and so consecutive.
Okay, counter offer.
Okay.
One Punch Man and Mob Psycho. No ghosting, no dimming. Boros fight.
I feel like there definitely is. You don't think so?
There's not. I guarantee there's not.
One Punch Man may not be broadcast.
I think
that might be. I think it might not be. I don't know.
Here's the thing. Here's my crackpot theory.
Okay.
What if Mappa is doing it on purpose because of Blu-ray sales?
So they want you to buy it on Blu-ray?
Do you remember they were really upset that Chainsaw Man wasn't getting bought on Blu-ray?
Is that what like how it was like deemed a failure?
Yeah. Like for some, apparently Blu-ray sales are like,
almost
big
like,
for them. Like they really want,
which is
Blu-ray
wild.
sales.
They're like, why is no one buying our DVDs?
It's very weird. But you know what sucks?
Hey, probably because it's right fucking like what?
I know. You know what sucks is that like it's definitely gonna work because I need to see this Jujutsu Kaisen season without all this bullshit.
Yeah,
because the animation's so good. I don't know. I just like
Can you buy Blu-ray online?
I'm wondering.
Right?
I think maybe.
Why wouldn't you be able to?
I don't know. Like on like, you know, Xbox Marketplace or something.
Like download the Blu-ray version. Because
Maybe.
here's the thing, growing up when we grew up, Blu-ray was like the thing that made PlayStation important. It was like, PlayStation can play Blu-ray CDs. And I was like, no, I had no fucking idea what Blu-ray was. I still barely don't. Like, what is Blu-ray? How is it different from a regular fucking CD?
It's like a little more HD, I guess. I don't know.
But how are we not beyond Blu-ray now?
Well, we are. Now we have like 4K.
I got a UHD 8K TV downstairs. Is that better than Blu-ray? I don't fucking know.
I think so. I don't know. I have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
genuinely.
Right?
But like, I don't know. I really think that there's some like, because I get they have to do it, but it's the fact that like Jujutsu Kaisen does it so much more aggressively than anything else I've ever seen. Infuriates me. Like Full Metal Alchemist, no ghosting. And
that definitely came out after the Pikachu incident. I feel like, that was like 2000.
That was like 90s or
I think it was
early
2002.
2000s.
Yeah, something like that.
This is no ghosting. I know because I'm like watching it now, and I'd be a bitch about it. Like God of High School.
There's a good amount of like choreographed fights too.
Yeah, I think
the regulations have gotten worse over time.
I mean, that's also possible.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, we're talking about like, the two worst offenders are MHA and JJK. Two anime that currently
not MHA. JJK.
Well, MHA definitely dims. Like I would say,
it dims.
If you're gonna put anything,
I was gonna say Naruto because like Boruto also like ghosts the
also
fuck out of it.
coming out right now though.
Yeah.
But Boruto and Kawaki did just have like a very like well choreographed fight, but the background was like trees.
Yeah.
So it was like it wasn't that bright. I think like maybe it's just like JJK's bright.
I don't know. Not this fight. It was in a subway.
Yeah, it was a subway station.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like I would say ghosting has never perturbed me until Yuji versus the grasshopper Curse Spirit.
It's in that awesome sequence. Like it really pissed me off because the first half of the sequence where he's like the puppet looking guy is like Mahito is like doing that chase sequence. But, like first half is like ghosted doll hell. And then it like fixes itself a little, but it's like, yeah, this one was pretty aggressive. It's basically what we're referring to is the like JoJo's moment where they're like punching at each other's fists. Like big Ordo.
It's just like, it's like basically Yuji and this grasshopper demon are going like fist for fist, like blow for blow. And the entire time, like you can tell that like, that there's like, they're actually animating these punches in, right? But they're like ghosting it, which is like the effect of like making it opaque and like having multiple different frames be present on screen simultaneously to make like the punch not be jarring, because in Japan, there was an incident in like the late 90s, either early 2000s, where a bunch of people, because of the brightness and like pixelation of Pikachu's eyes, got a bunch of like seizures. And so now there's regulations in Japan where you now have to like...
Well, it wasn't because of Pikachu's eyes. It was because Pikachu fucking zapped a couple of missiles. And it someone shot like rockets at Pikachu.
Naturally.
And Pikachu like thunderbolted them and then just flashed like red, blue, and yellow like a bunch at people.
That gave a bunch of children seizures, and then a Japanese news like studio picked it up and like
and
that
showed
night,
it.
Yeah, and that night like showed it, and they're like, this scene gave a bunch of kids seizures, and then showed the scene, and then like 10 times more children got seizures. So now it's like a really big deal in Japan to like make sure you don't do that. But if you buy it on CD, it's fine. So yeah, I mean, like I don't know. It was kind of a fall from grace episode for me for a little bit. But here's the thing: people are upset about the animation. In the manga, Yuji versus that grasshopper is a chapter and a half. It's a 20-page fight. Like it's nothing at all. He like that grasshopper is like a semi-type 1. It's like a really strong cursed spirit. That's why I can like talk and communicate. And the reason that is like that he's even there in the first place is to show that Yuji has gotten stronger. Yeah. And that Yuji's like ideology is like shifting and he's coming more serious. Like the second that he hears Mahito, right? He's like, they're like, oh, there's transfigured humans down there. And he's like, you can see immediately, like his smile just disappears. And he's like, I'm gonna go fucking kill Mahito. And like this grasshopper demon, like cursed spirit, I keep wanting to call them demons, is to like symbolize the fact that like Yuji is about that life and like he will kill you.
And he'll punch your dick off. Punch your whole ass dick off.
So yes, unfortunately, the grasshopper is like, it's a cicada. It's weird. Like they call it a grasshopper, but it's a cicada. Very different things.
It's a locust.
Yeah. Same shit. I think they're cicadas and locusts, the same thing, right?
I don't think so.
I
think they're two different bugs because they're called two different bugs.
I think they're just two different names for the same bug. You gonna look it up? You gonna be our bugologist?
If I'm right, there's gonna be consequences.
Of what?
You'll see.
Okay. But yes. So unfortunately, in both the manga and the anime, this locust / grasshopper, just big old dick-based attacks. What?
Read it.
Cicadas are not locusts. Locusts are a type of short-horned grasshopper. Oh shit! Wow. And belong to the. I'm not finishing the rest of that. Yeah. Wow. What are my consequences, sir?
You'll see.
You'll see. You're gonna leave me hanging?
Yeah, you'll see.
Absolutely insane. But yes. So just big old dick-based attacks.
Yeah.
And then Yuji obviously.
But it's not a pervy show. You know, it's not a pervy show. That's okay.
Do you want him to not attack with his stinger?
That's okay. He
fights with his hands as well.
Just fights Yuji with his big dick.
What do you?
Big penis dick.
It's not like it was a busty woman battling. It was like, oh no, I'm being hit.
Yuji just grabs his big dick and punches it off.
He punches his cock off.
Yeah.
If anything, it's battling against the idea of perversion.
I was aroused. Don't go silent on me.
No, it's just I'm connecting the fact that you bought a caterpillar at our what was it?
What
are those fucking called?
Gachapon
things. And now I'm starting to wonder what's going on with that caterpillar. God damn it.
Easy.
Yeah.
I'm a squirmy. All right, there I said it.
Is that a fucking thing?
No.
Oh,
I hope not.
I bet it is though.
I did. Well, when was it? I did a bit about like not being a fish furry or whatever, and I was taught that it's a scaly. Yeah, it's a scaly. I feel like fish, well, because they have scales. I get it.
I thought scalies were like
lizards.
Yeah, there you go.
I know, but also fish.
Because that's definitely a thing. People want to fuck lizards.
Oh, 100%.
There's entire lines of dildos dedicated to being dragon tongues.
Whoa.
Isn't that nuts?
That's wild.
I get them on my TikTok occasionally. She's like, I'm making, because they can't say the word dildo, but she's like, I'm making like decorative, like like book stoppers or something, and then she like suctions it to a wall and it stops a bunch of books. Very much just a dragon tongue. And I'm like, first off, how would that work? Because it's squishy and it doesn't. There's a lot going on there.
Funny.
A lot of people want to fuck lizards, and it scares me.
They wanna, you know.
I guess.
And octopuses.
Octopus? Octopi?
Yeah. I remember there's
I guess because tentacles.
There's like an anime YouTuber. I forget her name.
That fucks an octopus?
Who like was very vocal about the fact that is her greatest fantasy. Is just like being covered in tentacles. She was like an anime and manga YouTuber. I think she was like, I've
always wondered who it was for.
Who's the one with, is it Giguk or no?
Giguk is a anime YouTuber, yes.
I think it was like Giguk's girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wild.
Was he dating like a short, like...
I know next to nothing about that. I wish I could tell you. I don't.
I follow him for like no reason, for like research purposes.
I've recently started to watch YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I've found I go through this one thing like occasionally where like I feel like I fall into this hole of like a 14-year-old, like what they would watch on YouTube, because for a while my favorite YouTuber on the face of the earth was oh god, all he played was Happy Wheels. And
PewDiePie?
No,
Tobuscus?
Not him either.
Jacksepticeye.
Not Jacksepticeye either. No, none of the main brand guys. It's I forget what his name is, but all he played was like Happy Wheels. He's really funny. But now my current fixation is Game It Out. He's got like 5 million subscribers, and he just like plays these like Zootopia-esque games and makes like the worst zoos you've ever seen. And I'm like, this is my guy. It's the first time I've ever like sat down with a meal and like time to watch YouTube.
Yeah,
I never do that.
That's a great feeling.
It is.
I stopped doing it because it's weird. I'm almost like, man, I should be working on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Like, as I'm watching it, like, it's weird.
What I do is like, I'm like, oh, eating time is time for me to watch anime, so I can be working and like keeping up with anime stuff.
Well, it's also tough when you watch, like, now that I'm trying to make like more gaming videos on my second channel, all the YouTubers I like are gamers.
Yeah.
So I'm now like, if I see someone making a video on like Mortal Kombat, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to watch this. I should be working on my Mortal Kombat video.
He's stealing my goddamn views.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
How is Mortal Kombat, by the way?
Haven't played it. I've been fucking at the Grand Canyon all week.
I'm so sorry for your loss. I've been playing it.
Have you?
No.
Oh.
I just wanted to make you jealous. I actually just put a video out about it.
I was about
2 million views in an hour. You wouldn't fucking believe it. House paid off.
Yeah, Ian coming tonight.
Yeah, dude, we're playing together. Just me and him. He said he'll let me win. He's also bringing his 3 partners.
I hate that I have to do this stupid podcast. It's Sarah's stupid birthday.
There's so many...
I have to move into my fucking house, and everyone's going on strike against video games next week.
You have 10 days.
I have 10 days to make a fucking dumbass video no one's gonna watch.
Literally just make everything that you can.
I'm trying.
Listen, flip Sarah.
Everyone
I'll take
needs
Sarah out
me.
to dinner. Listen, I'll take Sarah and Karen out to dinner tonight. We'll be like, oh man, Danny he's a great guy. Your phone blends into the like table almost too well. But I'll bring everybody out to dinner. I'll do the Justin Timberlake thing. You know, I'll be like, oh, dinner's on me, and I'll just I'll give everyone the best night of their lives. They won't even remember you're there, and then you'll get to sit in your room like a goblin. Your room setup, your office setup is gonna be so sad for the next like 2 weeks too, because everyone's like, "Oh, I can unpack in a day." No, you can't.
No.
You can't fucking do it. You own too much shit.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
thing. Like everybody, listen. Obviously, I am an exception to the rule.
Yeah.
I own more shit than your average person. But this took me like a month.
Yeah.
It took you coming over and being like, all right, podcast time. And I was like, help, please.
Yeah. No, I don't have like, I think everything in my trunk currently is going to stay there for quite some time.
Oh, yeah. I see how long we can keep the french fries in there as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm down.
Yeah.
For when I need snackies.
Little snacky. Just fucking teeth fall out.
And off to the dentist.
Yeah, like immediately. All right, so back to JJK.
Yeah, what do you think of the episode as a whole?
I thought, okay, I'll give you my live notes here because I like giving my live notes. Last week's JJK episode was better than I realized. Scream Eva reference, Mechamaru being stripped away, Kamina Gurren Lagann reference. This week's episode, I went, what did you just text me?
What?
You also sent me a bunch of images earlier.
Yeah.
That you said for me not to open.
Yeah. That's for our game later. Oh, you can open what I sent you right now.
I can open.
Yeah.
From what it looked like a thumbnail to a nude.
No.
Is this a nude?
No.
Danny, is this a nude? Danny, I swear to God, if I see your cock in this photo, it's going to change our relationship.
You won't see my cock. Don't worry. Well, I would never do that to you.
Danny! Danny, why?
Because cicadas are not locusts.
Why did you take a photo of your ass? Who are you sending ass photos to?
You want to know what's even funnier?
That's my punishment, was seeing your small ass?
Hey,
I'm sorry, you're in denial about the size of your ass?
you know what's even funnier? Guess where that is?
Is it here?
No.
Oh, we're gonna have a fight.
It's in Big Bear at the
First off, it wasn't Big Bear. You didn't go to. You were.
No, it was with you.
Oh, Danny! No! Danny, I was in the other room! Does Sara want photos of your ass?
That was for Josh.
What? That's worse!
He was like, hey, how's your big shot ski retreat?
Mm-hmm.
And Alan was like, how's it look? Because I was about to take a shower. And I just sent him a picture of my ass. That's what Nick just got. The whole drive up here, I was like, how am I going to incorporate this photo into this
You
podcast?
sent it twice!
Because you didn't notice the first time.
Danny,
I sent it a while ago.
Danny, we're on a podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to look at my phone.
But I knew you did for your notes.
This is fucking...
You didn't find this as funny as I was hoping you would.
Months ago, you took that photo.
Yeah.
And you've just been like, this is a good ass photo. You're like, this is a good... I want to make sure I get this to Nick in some way that feels organic.
I was holding on to it, and I was like, the next time Nick goes on a 12-minute rant about an anime I've never seen, I'm going to send it to him.
What? And we've been talking about JJK?
No, I know, but the cicada thing worked in my favor anyway.
Because the dick... Oh, so you're standing on your high horse. You're standing on your high horse calling JJK pervy, sending me unsolicited news.
He was so angry. I thought this would go over so much better.
Listen, I'm going to make it my background. Okay.
It's tasteful.
Anyway, absolutely.
Do your notes.
Continuing back to my live notes. Mine is Maymay's brother has been introduced. Cryy face. Yu, Maymay's brother is, let's just say...
Which one is he?
The small one that carries her axe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what? Are they weird?
Yeah. Yeah, they're weird.
Yeah. They're weird, aren't they?
It gets worse, Danny. It gets worse.
What? I was joking about the cicada dick thing. Why are they actually kind of pervy?
I listen. No one knows. Okay, because here's. Listen, shut up. Come here. Okay. No one. Listen. JJK is objectively a very good manga. Perfect manga, I would say. There's nothing wrong with the power system's cool. The fights are cool. The characters are compelling. The arcs they go on is great. We're not afraid to kill people off. There's nothing wrong with JJK, but for some reason. There's a character. She's a grade 1 sorcerer. She works in a high school. She works in a high school, ladies and gentlemen. She's sexy. She's got an axe. She uses crows. She covers her hair with a big braid. Everyone loves her. Great character. She's got a younger brother.
Yeah.
Who's young.
Yeah, he's real young.
He's young.
Yeah.
He's no older than 13,
yeah,
14.
hardly in his teens.
Yeah, like a child, obsessed with her.
Yeah.
Like, and, that happens sometimes. You know,
Yeah.
you got a crush on
Looks up to your...
You got a crush on your older sister. It happens. You know, it happens in anime. You know, it happens. It's a big sister thing. It's a trope. We trudge our way through it. But usually the big sister doesn't buy into it. Usually the big sister is like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
You're a child.
Yeah.
We're related. Stay away from me.
Yeah.
This episode, you know, it's fine. You know, she's obsessed with him. She's like, oh, you're so cute. Thanks for holding my axe. You know, it's a cute little boy.
Yeah.
He's your sibling.
Yeah.
You have fun with that.
The child.
After this arc,
Yeah.
there's a scene in the manga where Maymay has gone away from Japan, and her and Yu are in another country. They're hanging out, and they got a hotel room together. You know, 2 beds, you would hope, right?
Yeah.
You know, you sleep there, I sleep here.
Yeah.
Not the situation
Yeah.
here, because
But that's not bad yet.
no.
Because they're siblings.
Yeah, they can share a bed,
That's-
right?
yeah, they share a
there's
bed.
nothing. They're naked. They're both naked, and Yu's like, it's so shameful of us to spend all day in bed. And she's like, I'm so sorry to have disappointed you. And it's just the implication is that they fuck because they're both naked in a hotel room, and they're talking about how shameful it is to spend all day in bed together. And then they and then they just blow past it, and then they just blow past that scene, and we never see Maymay or Yu again. And that's just the last sign-off thing we ever get. It's a full-grown woman with her adult brother.
Her child brother.
Her child brother, I was trying to rationalize it in my brain, naked.
I cannot believe the years I've taken off my life, the fucking stress and energy I've wasted fighting with all of these fucking imbeciles telling me this isn't a pervy anime. What is all of that nonsense?
I forgot. Listen. Listen.
That's coming from Mr. I don't write pervy shit because my parents read the manga.
Listen. All I want to say is I forgot about the scene for a long time, and then you because I read the manga a long time ago. That scene happened like roughly a year and a half ago in the manga. I think it's like chapter 170 or something that happens. I forgot it happened, and then Yu's brother Yu got introduced in the anime, and I was like. It was like That's So Raven, like a tunnel. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
They're gonna have to animate that scene one of these days. And then a bunch of people flooded in my comments. They're like, oh, Captain Nick, who doesn't watch Mushoku Tensei because it's pervy and children get to say it in it. Oh, big fan of JJK. And I remembered it all. And I was like, oh my God, I am the problem.
First off, in your defense, at least it's not the protagonist.
Not the main character.
And it's like just a throwaway thing. It's definitely bad. Don't do that. Yeah.
Listen.
I'm so
Me and Danny are gonna a bold take here.
Yeah.
Don't touch children.
Whoa. Don't lump me into any of your nonsense, any of your political nonsense.
Listen, it's the only reason I'm a libertarian, all right? We gotta lower that age of consent.
Yeah, don't touch children.
Don't do it. It's so easy.
It's super easy not to. That's the thing.
I don't even know where you find children. Genuinely, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't bump into them in my day-to-day life.
Look, I could get you a kid, for sure. But
hey, listen, that one could be procured.
Yeah. But like, wow, that's insane. I can't wait to go home and just like reply to like year-old comments on my Jujutsu Kaisen Zero review.
What? Yeah. Let it sit, let it age like a fine red wine. Yeah. Wait until it gets animated.
I'm so angry.
And then just get it first tattoo.
Yeah.
Just that scene. You're just like, look
at how sick this manga is.
Yeah, this is perverted.
God.
Yeah. Do you feel liberated? Do you feel like correcting all of your takes and all that?
No, I feel furious.
Okay, that's
I'm
good
like
as well.
way worse because I wish I had that ammunition.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all the comments could have been shot down immediately.
The problem is, it's the one moment. It's the one moment where the manga is like, all right. Because that's the thing, it caught the entire community it's like Sanji and Fishman Island. It's like we don't talk about it. It's like I don't know why Tommy decided to do this in the first place. There's no reason for it.
Well, the thing too is that like the reason because we'll get comments for sure of people being like, it's the one moment, whatever, it's not that bad. Like Jujutsu Kaisen's not pervy because it has one moment. It's so easy not to have that one moment. The anime community is so conditioned to being like,
head down. Okay.
Oh, there's only one lolly. Yeah. That's all. Like, he just fucks one child.
Yeah, it's like, oh, listen, she's 3,000 years old. And like, sure, she is drawn like a child. And she's dating Bon, but she's old.
The anime community has evolved so many, like, asterisks.
We're calloused.
Yeah.
We're just calloused because Japan is fucking weird, and we just have to be like, okay, that fight was cool, though, right?
That's horrible. Well, my day is worse now.
I'm so sorry to do that to you, genuinely.
Other than that, I thought the episode, especially it's a tough episode to watch immediately after the Mekamaru one, because it's very much. It's not filler.
It's a setup episode.
Yeah, it's a setup episode.
Yeah.
It's like not filler, but boy, does it feel like it. We spent like 10 minutes on this fucking locust.
Yeah. Who just says the word clever. And unfortunately, that's how it plays. Like
it was funny enough. I like his bit.
Yeah, it's a straight one-to-one adaptation of the manga. It's just like a couple of chapters of the manga have to get like people to the fights.
Yeah. So, and I like the setup of Gojo. Like their plan is to like flood the area with people.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, don't tell me, but I think
that he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I won't go. I don't think it'll go this way because Ghetto was like, "Oh, don't start killing too many civilians because then he'll just call it as a loss and just kill them anyway."
Yeah,
which led me to believe that won't happen because they like outright said it. But I would love if like 2 minutes into the fight, they're like, "Haha, what are you gonna do?" And then he just like kills them all on his own and is like, "Okay, now let's fight." Like.
Yeah, it's like, let's clear it out. He does that thing that he did in the battle against Toji, just like maximum output blues everybody.
Just wipes them. He's just like, it's just a city, fuck it. Yeah. Like,
no, it's a very good fight. Did you understand what they were talking about with the domain amplification?
As much as I needed to.
Okay.
You know.
You're like, they can hit him now.
Yeah.
Different color punchies hit Gojo.
Yeah, that's all I needed. Like, who cares?
That's,
like, I know, because you can't be like that. You have to know.
I would love that. Oh my God.
The cell phone explanation came up, and I was like, when he was explaining why signal doesn't come through, and it's some nonsense, and I was like, whatever.
No phone call. Phone no worky. That works.
And I was like, man, the life that I get to leave that Nick doesn't.
But at the same time, here's the thing. We have things that we're envious of each other about, because like I just get to watch anime and like and enjoy it. But like Danny's like, oh no, the episode was good. I have to react to it.
I know. It's horrible. And like, yeah, and now video games. But anyway, should we...
listen, as somebody who is trying to drag me into video games, you're like, listen, you know what's coming up? There could be more work on the horizon. And now you're oh God, MK.
Well, I keep being like, thinking I'm doing something nice in return for you, and then I forget that you're like unfathomably rich. Because I keep being like, yo, my gaming content's popping off. It's like super easy. Just talk about these games. Like thinking I'm giving you the inside tips. And you're like, I'm good. I have enough.
Genuinely fine. Yeah. I'll be all right.
I'm like, oh, but my TikTok's making a lot of money. And you're like, I have more.
Yeah. It's literally, not to bring everything back to Tim Robinson, but it's like I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm all right.
No, thanks. No. You just want to yell.
You just want to yell.
You don't want to help me.
You don't want to help me. You just want to yell. What were you transitioning to?
Well, you're the one with all the topics. So.
Oh, okay. Yes. So that's JJK. This week's episode was fine. Last week's episode was better. Lot of stuff happened.
Yeah.
So much stuff happened.
What happened?
I almost want to be like, let's switch because like
to
basically
news?
Everything that I'm about to say is because I covered Zom 100.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah.
The manga just got on
released
the
on the Shonen Jump.
And so I was like, maybe I'll start reading the manga.
It was a weird synchronicity. It was like very odd. But I was like, I've been doing this thing where I watch One Piece, like One Piece while I'm on the bike. And then like, I obviously since it's Japanese, I can't work out. So I'm like, I just finished Blockade Battlefront. Thank God I don't have to say that title anymore.
Good one?
Good.
Yeah.
So good. So it's like 10 episodes. Like they do 10. There's 12 episodes in every season. 10 of the episodes are just about a character.
Right.
It's like a one spinoff, and then the last 2 episodes are like, oh yeah, and then here's a little like plot line about our main character.
Yeah.
So like, I've never felt more connected. Like there's other groups, but like in 24 episodes, I never felt more connected to a group of people than I feel to Libra.
Yeah.
Which is like the group, like the main group in, I'm just gonna call it Triple B. But yeah, so really, really good. Highly recommend it. If you're looking for a 24 episoder, it's very, very good. The animation is gorgeous. The characters are funny. The powers are cool. Like the consequences feel high as well.
Yeah, I was trying to see what studio it was. It's Bones.
Yeah,
that's
Bones.
cool. Yeah,
yeah.
The animation looks great.
They do a really good job of it. So I just finished that. So I'm restarting Yu Yu Hakusho because I just became friends with the guys who run the Storm podcast, which is another anime podcast on this platform that you're watching this on. But they're the main guy who does all their promoting and all of that. Nice. He's watching Yu Yu Hakusho for the first time, and he kept talking about it. I was like, God damn it. I have to rewatch it, and I haven't rewatched an anime in so long.
Yeah,
I haven't rewatched.
Who has the time?
Exactly, I haven't rewatched an anime in like 2.5 years, and so like I'm like watching it, and I'm like, I feel free. I watched 8 episodes of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood last night.
Yeah,
while I was playing Baldur's Gate. Like I just put it on the background, and I was like,
great.
And
yeah,
I was just
that's
like,
awesome. I know.
I'm enjoying anime again. It was so weird.
I love when you give me homework because it's like. I love just like tossing on a game of League on one monitor, and then I have like the other one like playing on the other.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Because like I just sat down, I got a gaming laptop the other day, so I just sat on the couch with like dogs, had some beers, played Baldur's Gate with some friends, and then watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I was like, wow.
Isn't it crazy to think that it wasn't the other day? It was like a full month and a half ago.
What?
That you got that gaming laptop? It was during the hurricane.
It was during Chillery. That was not a month and a half ago.
That was like a month ago.
Maybe like a month ago, yeah.
Yeah. It was wild.
We've been away for a while.
I know.
We've been like, you've been out of town for weeks.
I know, it sucks. Everyone wants me now too.
Yeah, that's the problem when you get back, everyone's like,
I
missed you.
Everyone like, yeah, Sarah's like, we gotta do this. My roommates are like, we missed you. We gotta do this and that. Like,
I really want to go on the Target run with you, like really badly. Let me buy you an air fryer or something.
You can come, but just know the whole time I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have this little time.
You're gonna be quiet. You're just gonna be. Sarah's gonna be like, do you like this color or this color? And you're like, Fucking.
How do you know what I've never been this way with you yet.
Because I'm you, Daddy. We're the same person. Whenever
so
your brain is
funny.
on work mode, when my brain is on work mode, and Dorothy's like, let's go out to the mall today. Like the other day, because like I'm going to China in 2 weeks, so I'm like scrambling to get covered. And Dorothy's like, I'm going to Chicago this weekend. Let's spend a day. And I love spending time with my girlfriend. But she was like, and the entire time I was like, because I planned on making 2 videos that day. I finished 1, and so the entire time we're out, she's like, oh, like, do you want to go into this? And I was like, oh, let's go here. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to find a way to recover. Like, I was like, the schedule is off. I have to make 2 videos on Sunday, or maybe I can make 1 video on Saturday, 1 video on Sunday. But there's football on Sunday, and I'm like, what am I gonna talk about? I was like, well, I had this idea for a Quirks Explained video, and the entire time I'm just like literally dissociating. Like I'm at my desk, but like remote working. Like I spiritually like projected to it. So no, I understand. Sarah's just gonna be like,
funny.
Sarah's gonna be like, I don't know, this air fryer, it's $30 more, but it's got more modes, and you're just gonna be like, modes. I haven't even done test your might on MK1 yet.
No, I will get so bad sometimes that like if I'm like, okay, today I have to get this done by this time, I'll like wake up and Sarah will hug me for a little too long. Oh, and I'm like when you're trying to get out of bed and she's like, oh, come back. And I'm like, Sarah, I'm like, stop, I gotta go. You like pry yourself off.
I've never related to anything more because Dorothy is she's a very cuddly person. And when I wake up and I'm like, it's go time. Like it'll be like a lot, like 15 to 20 minutes of cuddling in the morning. And then anything beyond that, I'm like, like I start to like white knuckle the sheets and I'm like, I love you so much. I wish I could spend all day in here, but if I spend another 5 minutes here, I'm off schedule and I'll blow my fucking brains out.
No, that's why Nick keeps being like, let me help you move in, like today, because after I'm moving in.
Listen, in a non-cuck way, let me be your girlfriend's boyfriend today.
The whole time, I think no, because it's Sarah's birthday also. Like,
you're right.
I need to like at least half be like, oh, it's special, it's us or whatever, even though she knows it's like we're really celebrating next weekend because like we do want to move in and stuff like that. But like I know if I have you over every half hour, I'm gonna be like, so like, do you have to get stuff done tonight? Like you can't stay long, right?
Yeah. You're like, so you need to go, right?
It just feels like there's like a candle in the back of my head and it's surrounded by like kindling, like very dry grass, and it's just gonna like tip over if I don't get to work.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have to walk the line. Listen, I would love to take Sarah out on like the Lowe's, Target. I love it. I love buying new shit.
Yeah.
I'll get you an air fryer or something. Tell me whatever you need for a home.
You're really on this air fryer.
Oh, it's just a housewarming gift. Whenever somebody moves into a house, I'm like, oh, here's an air fryer.
Yeah.
You'll never use it. Whatever. Fucking take it. It's a convention oven, but smaller.
Listen, you already gave us this fucking bean bag that I gotta get rid of.
Oh yeah, you were so affected by
I made the mistake. I know, I took it, but everyone hates it and me.
Danny, like it's like in Baldur's Gate, Danny did the thing that everybody disapproved of. Danny, I showed Danny my Magic the Gathering bean bag, and I was like, I don't need this anymore. And Danny was like, I do. And so me and Danny spent 30 minutes shoving it into the back of his fucking Civic. And so like,
it's so big.
And so Danny unpacks it, pulls up into the roommates. He's like, ta-da! And they were all like, this is a joke, right?
Yeah, they're like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's a beanbag. It's a $1,000 8-foot wide beanbag. And I had to like have my roommate like carry it in. It's so heavy. It's a weight of like 3 mattresses.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're not moving this, are we? And I was like, well, I'm gonna be at Colossal Con, so I'm not. They were
slow walking out of the room.
Dude, my roommates were furious with me this weekend because they had to move all of my shit in and the beanbag. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we should move on to anime.
You should have just forwarded them the money from Colossal Con. That's it. Like a little bribery goes a long way.
I paid them all, but like they were also furious.
That's so funny to me, dude.
It's really funny.
But yeah, outside of that, a new chapter of Boruto leaked. Very good.
Yeah, sick.
Very good. There's also, I have so, like it was this morning, it leaked. And so the first thing I did this morning at 8:30 was like literally read this new chapter. I have 7 videos I can make from this chapter, and I'm in the same boat as you where I'm like, I have to film this fucking pod, because I could strap myself to my desk right now and sit and I make 2 videos a day. I could make 4 right now about this goddamn chapter. There's so many questions, like things just popped up with abilities, like theories have been confirmed, but also like other theories have been debunked. It is there's so much content spinning, and Boruto content is doing so well on my page for some goddamn reason.
All right, let's wrap this pod up then, huh?
Yeah, it's like, look at the fuck out. Listen, me and Danny
You're
don't
like
enjoy.
secondhand stressing me now that I'm like, yeah, I do have to do all this.
I just remembered all my work. No, me and Danny are gonna go get donuts after this. We're gonna hang out, and then he's coming to pickleball with
We're
me.
hanging out a little bit.
We're gonna listen. Donuts now, bitch. Move.
We're not hanging out that long.
I do want to I live close to a donut place that has absolutely bomb vanilla bean glaze.
That's more just I need food, and also I fucking love
They're
those
really
donuts.
good
Yeah,
donuts.
So anyway,
and then outside of that, we already covered the 3rd trailer of Soul
we have
Leveling.
a game, by the way. Don't forget.
We have a game.
Yeah, that's what the pictures I told you not to open are.
Okay. So do you want to do? How about we do our flashback first, and then we do the game?
Sure.
So my flashback of this episode, I actually have 2. Do you have news?
Is yours the Hayao Miyazaki one?
No.
Then mine is. So.
Okay, cool. I have 2 things. Nintendo Direct happened. And
Yeah.
we got a bunch of new games, all of which somehow pertain to Mario. It's like Peach got a new game, which is like a show, it's like a play. That was cool. But Nintendo announced that Spy X Family is getting a video game. What? It's called Spy X Anna, and it's a whole video game revolving around, like for the Nintendo Switch, revolving around Anya.
What's it look like? Anything? Like, have we seen any images or anything?
I don't know if we actually got any gameplay. Wait, no. Let's see. Spy X. That's so funny. I saw Spy X Family on a domain expansion. I don't know why that's the first thing that would pop up. But yeah, Spy X Family is getting a video game where we play as Anya. I don't know.
Operation Memories.
Yeah. That's what it is. It doesn't look great.
It's going to be on PS4, PS5, PC, and Switch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not Xbox.
Not Xbox. Oh, yeah. Xbox just like gets like Bethesda and everything
Yeah.
else. They're like, but we got the Anya. We got the Anya adaptation.
Spy X Anya.
It looks.
Experience Spy X Family through Anya's eyes, tasked with making a photo diary as an assignment for Eden College. Riveting.
It looks. It's literally. You know the Pokemon photo
it's Pokemon
games.
Snap.
Yeah, which like also that is a level of I don't get how people enjoy that. Like
I get at least it's
farming
Pokemon.
It's farming simulator to me.
At least you're taking pictures of Pokemon. What the fuck am I taking pictures? An Anya X Family.
Lloyd and
yeah.
Lloyd and.
Take your time.
Yours. First
Yeah.
kiss, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Listen, if there's like a full penetration scene between Lloyd and Yor, I'll buy the fucking game.
Yeah, on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah,
it's
me too.
It's just like shaking between like a crack in the door. I'll watch that game. That's how you get me to buy it. That game would sell the fuck out. Oh my god.
Absolutely. Oh my god, that would sell
You know
so
how many
many
people
copies.
interactive Lloyd just
Yeah.
pounding out Yor? $70. I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
Wow, good news.
I put more hours into that in Starfield. I also have more news.
Yeah.
One Piece live action got season 2.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
And
That's
like
crazy.
it was like possibly being approved for like 6 more seasons.
You don't know that. You saw a thumbnail.
I saw
that
a
was
thumbnail.
like, we want 6 seasons.
Well, that's the thing, though. So, like, one, so it's getting season 2, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And 2, even the director is like, we don't know how we're gonna do Chopper. That was like fully
Good sign.
Fully, it came out because like Chopper is like they're going to the Grand Line, and like the first thing that they do is they get
Yeah.
Chopper, and people are like stuck between like get a boy actor, like get like a small child actor, and like give them like like reindeer horns and like do like a little CGI.
I guess that's maybe the way, huh?
Like
But he'd look like a who?
Yeah, kind of. I think that's like kind of like
That's don't be like, oh yeah. Like I was not saying it positively.
there's a show about a boy with antlers out right now, and it's like kind of like a show.
Antlers.
Is it called Antlers?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's like that. That's kind of what
Just
they
a
want.
boy with antlers.
Kind of.
That's not a bad idea.
Right? Because like either you could do a fully because even the fishmen weren't CGI. They were fully practical. They were just in like insane, huge like oh, you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen
You've
it.
seen the first episode.
But I believe you.
Yeah, it's like fully practical. Like they did
Yeah.
like Pan's Labyrinth like level makeup on them.
Right.
And it looked hugely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But like, so they didn't even do CGI for them. So like, there's no way, like, unless they put him in like a Wookiee suit.
Yeah.
That would be so funny if they just put him in like a furry ass suit.
I thought it'd be funny if he's just like a boy with antlers and then he's like, all right, time to transform. And then he's just a real deer.
Yeah, well, the thing is, so he has like his human point gives him like he can do kung fu point, he can do deer point, like it's like jump point is like literally just him turning into a deer. So I don't know, without making him fully a fucking deer, how they even like. And then he's got monster point. Would they just make him a giant?
At that point, you fucking like
you just do the CGI.
Yeah,
you just do like Godzilla leveled CGI.
Yeah. They have CGI. They did the big fucking snake monster that eats shanks.
Well,
like
that's the
they
thing
have
though.
the
But
money.
people are like, oh, but if they're spending all of this money to like make sure that Chopper looks realistic, all of the fights are gonna be shit.
But like,
people are like, please, like people are begging, like, don't blow the CGI budget on Chopper.
well, that's where it comes down to like, I didn't tell you to make a live action One Piece.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean? Like if Netflix is like, oh, we don't have the money to make the fights good and Chopper good. It's like, who fucking told you to make this show?
Who told you to adapt the goofiest, like the goofiest universe in existence?
That's your bad, Netflix. You find the money.
Yeah, like literally. And then my thing is, well, either, so they have two options, right? It's either go all in on Chopper or, you know, go the like, it's a boy with antlers route. But the problem is, Brooke and Jimbei. Like,
I know,
like,
you've been on that. So, Jimbei, just be a blue man.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, but they've shown that they can do fishmen. Yeah. But like the fishmen that we meet prior, well, the thing is they didn't introduce Hachi, who's an octopus fishman. And he's actually like very important to the story. Like his whole thing is like, he's like the thing that basically gets them to Fishman Island, which is an important arc. And they skipped Hachi entirely because he's an octopus. He has 8 fucking arms. You can't do that in practical without it looking super weird. Yeah. Because he's like, he holds swords with all 8 arms. So they skip Hachi entirely and they just do all of the humanoid-esque. Yeah. And like, Jimbei is not humanoid. He's like, he's rotund. He's massive.
He's just a fat man.
Ooh, I guess.
Just a round blue man.
I guess if they got like a big ass Samoan dude and they got like a huge Samoan dude.
Just get a big guy.
Yeah, and then just like put him in like a bunch of makeup, that would be kind of sick, actually. Yeah. That would be kind of cool. I could very much go for that.
That's not until like 2037 that season's coming out.
Yeah, Jimbei doesn't come into the story until I think Impel Down. Impel Down is when he gets introduced, which is like 300 episodes in. Yeah, there's no way they'll probably never get there, honestly. Like, we don't have to worry about the kind of thing. But then there's Brooke as well, who's like
a skeleton.
Would we just make him like what, Christian Bale and the what is it?
The Machinist.
The Machinist? Like he's just like
just a skinny
drastically ill man. He's like, kill me. It's like you're not intimidating anybody. Yeah. But yeah, so there's problems, but they're getting season 2, so fucking we ball, I guess.
We do ball.
What's your news?
My news is that Hayao Miyazaki is no longer retiring.
He hates his family. So, like, I could never imagine.
Now, for long-time listeners, you may know that nobody wants Hayao Miyazaki to die.
I don't want him to die. I want him to spend. He makes movies apologizing to his family because he never spends time with them. Like, how much can you hate your family where you're like, I'm 80. I have $1 billion. Let's keep it going. Like Morgan Freeman, retire.
Yeah.
If I'm 90 and we're still here screaming at each other, somebody like tranquilize me.
Somebody assassinate me at Colossal Con 2098.
Dude, like actually, like if me and Danny are still, like, I want to be out of this by the time I am 55. Yeah. Like the time I start to look old, get me out. Like what? Hayu, does he look great for like 78? Absolutely.
Like 15 seconds after you said it, I realized I should have been like, hi to you too. So you said hi you. It wasn't worth derailing. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and here we are.
Go on.
And here we are fully fucking derailed. Hayao Miyazaki, despite, like, maybe, you know what? Maybe his family sucks. You know what? I'm coming around on this.
He hates his son.
Here's my thing. Yeah, like, actually, now that I'm starting to think about it, like, maybe his family does suck. Like, maybe his family was like, my dad's Hayao Miyazaki. And he's like, fuck you. You'll never see me.
Maybe he, like, retired and then he found himself at Target and his wife's like, well, but this air fryer has 6 different modes and this one has 5.
And you can just, like, see, like, the scene in Princess Mononoke where, like, they shoot a person's head off with a bow. And he's like, I could draw more.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
You have to assume his drive is way higher than ours. Could you imagine animating 90% of a movie ever?
I can't imagine making a single animated film.
That's
Are you kidding me?
That motherfucker must wake up and be like, it's time, cigarettes and a pencil.
How is this guy not waging the biggest crusade against arthritis that anyone has ever waged?
Because I think he doesn't even use like an electric pad.
Yeah.
He literally
just paper.
Yeah.
What?
You did a motion.
I was just doing what you did.
You did a motion.
I was just doing what you were doing.
Feeding the birds is what you were doing.
I was feeding the birds. audio only listeners, Nick just jerked me off.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, you were like, he doesn't even use a pad.
was doing
like,
a little.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, fuck anyone who doesn't use an electric pad.
He doesn't use an electric pad. He does it all hand drawn.
Yeah.
That's why he can buy his stills.
Yeah.
That man, he's got the cure
he's
to
a
carpal
menace.
tunnel. That man has got like the copper bracelets and the compression wrists and all of that. Like, I don't know, man.
I think, here's the thing, because you hear that he's not retiring, and you're like, fuck, somebody kill this guy already. If you're Nick Connor.
That's not what I'm saying.
But somebody go to 132 Alamo Way and kill this guy already.
Alamo Way. That's what they call it.
I don't want to make up a Japanese word.
I would have loved to watch you try.
Or does it be like 132 Sushi Ave? Like,
Head on over to 210 Nissan Avenue, and you'll find him.
But so I have a couple like pros to this. Is that you hear that he's not retiring, and you're like, oh great, we got one more movie out of him probably because it takes him like 12 years to make a film.
Legitimately, the last movie came out a decade ago.
Well, but that's the thing, is that it's not that it takes him like a decade to make a movie, because in his peak, it was like Mononoke 1998, Spirited Away 2001, Howl 2004. Takes him like 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
What's been happening is he made like The Wind Rises. I think he made whatever's before The Wind Rises.
Porco Russo. Porco Russo.
Big Porco Russo, he was like, I'm at my peak. I'm
He's like, I'm fucking out.
He made whatever's before The Wind Rises and was like, I'm done, I'm retiring. Then, like, a decade goes by, and he's like, you know what? I have one more in me. The Wind Rises. Done. I'm retired. Decade goes by. I have another. Boy and the Heron.
Yeah.
I think what's happening is he thinks he's out of ideas, and then he gets inspiration.
Yeah.
And then now that he's like officially like, I am not retiring, I think he's like, I have like a few ideas. I'm going to just make like, I think in
you
the
think he's going to dump the clip? You think we're getting peak Hayo?
I think in the next, like, I don't know if they'll be good. Like, who could ever say?
Here's my thing. So Boy and the Heron doing really well, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh my God, this is so good. It's the best Ghibli movie we've got in decades, right? What if the next movie's not good? And then what if he dies? It's like, look,
What if somebody goes to 498 Sushi Ave and
just
kills
fucking
him?
gaps him. They're like, this movie sucked.
Yeah.
My thing is, I'm 80 years old. I got a lifetime achievement award in movie making career. I just swished a shot.
Yeah.
I'm out. See you later.
Here's the thing. If I made like a masterpiece film like him and with his career, and say this is like what his like 20th film or something.
Yeah.
Film 21. The stinkiest, dumpiest.
That's what Adam Sandler does. That's literally Adam Sandler. Like, didn't get an Oscar for what was it? Uncut Gems. And he was like, I'm gonna go make fucking Jack and Jill 2.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And he was like,
I would release a 4-hour like flip book doodle of a film for my last.
and the thing
one.
is, people would go see it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm also like Adam Sandler. I love murder mystery. Like
Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't matter whether it's Uncut Gems or murder mystery. I'm watching Sandler, baby.
Yeah.
I
No,
love that
that's-
motherfucker.
I think so. Yeah, I think the next couple years we're gonna get like Hayao Miyazaki movies. I'd say like 2 or 3 over the next like 10 years. It's not gonna be like the next one's in 2035. I think the next one will be like.
I don't think he has till 2030. He's 80.
Is he?
I think so.
He looks great. Is
He
my
looks
issue.
really good.
He looks really good.
We've been over this. No one lives longer than Japanese people. They have the longest life expectancy on Earth out of any country.
This is an uncharacteristically racist episode.
What do you? It is. The actual fact is of all of the countries on Earth, Japan has the longest life expectancy.
I suppose so.
Women are expected to live to 85. Men are 83. Don't ask why I know this.
Not if I get their address.
Yeah, 82 years old. He's 82.
Yeah.
He's got a year left.
Yeah, and drawing is fucking harder than regular directing.
His diet is cigarettes and anger.
And ramen. He makes ramen.
Yeah.
That's not racist. He does that. I saw it.
Everybody eats ramen, Danny. What are these eggshells we're tiptoeing on?
I don't want to be like his diet is cigarettes and ramen.
I mean, it is though, kind of.
No, it is. But because there's that documentary where he's like, here's how I feed everyone, and he just has this big fucking like washing machine of ramen that he's cooking out.
Washing machine.
It's like the size of one. It's a pot.
Okay, you could have said pot then. Pot would have worked.
It's not funny if I say anyway.
That's fair.
But yeah, I think like over the next like we're gonna get 2 or 3 of his movies over the next like 7 years. Which will be cool. It's exciting that he's excited. Here's the other thing. Here's what I think got him out of retirement.
His family. His family got him out of retirement.
Yeah, the fear of spending time with them.
Exactly.
I saw a clip recently. I don't know where it's from, or like when it's from, these people, these two Japanese tech people like showed him their AI animation program where it's like it's like a 3D like rendering of a creature, like a humanoid creature.
Yeah.
And it's like dragging itself across the ground like a Titan. Like it looks very Titan-esque.
Okay.
And they're like, yeah, like this is AI, like we could use this for zombie games, like look at it like moving without any like care for like damaging its head or face. Like they're just showing him like the power of like AI, and he's like, I hate this and everyone involved in making it. And they like are stunned and they're like, well, this is just like an experiment we're showing you. And he's like, what's the goal of this experiment? And they're like, we want to make a machine that can produce animation as good as a human eventually. And then he's like, I think the end days are upon us. Like that was the quote.
That's so based. He's so incredibly based.
He railed into them. He was like, I'm utterly disgusted by this. And I think whoever made this, and he's just saying it like to their faces.
Yeah.
It's like, I think whoever would make something like this has no respect for humanity. And they're just like befuddled, especially because like in Japan, if you get fired, you are a social outcast forever.
It's also like impossible to get fired in Japan. It's like very hard to get fired in Japan. Like you have your job forever.
Yeah.
So like if you get fired, like you're fucked.
They're like terrified. I think that snapped him out of, I think seeing where technology is going, which is kind of interesting because I wonder if we'll get a sci-fi film from him. But like, because I know Nausicaa is, but like,
it's sci-fi. His way of approaching sci-fi is always so like whimsical and like fantasy-like though.
I wonder if we'll get, because usually he's very like nature conservation. I wonder if this will scare him into making one that's like art conservation, like just humanity conservation. Because usually it's like humanity is ruining nature.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna get one that's like humanity's ruining humanity.
Yeah, that would be sick.
That'd be cool.
You know what? Now that I've heard that story, keep them coming.
Yeah.
Lock him to the fucking table.
I'd be excited. That's my prediction.
Like literally lock him to the. I love Hayao Miyazaki battling against AI. Because here's the thing, fucking AI art is so dumb. It's cool to look at occasionally. You're like, oh, give me Pikachu in Studio Ghibli. Yeah, that's kind of cool. But at the end of the day, like, it's so fucking stupid. Like it's devoid of all emotion whatsoever. Like it's like, oh, we're streamlining it. Like, oh, we can make AI television. This is what the fucking strike is about, and this is why it's very aggravating. Because everyone's like, oh, we can have AI write TV shows and all of that, and it's like. An AI doesn't understand the human experience. Like there'll never be like the conveyed correct emotions in an AI written anything or an AI generated anything.
It's also just like, do we really need to get rid of jobs for no reason, for truly no reason other than so rich people can save money?
Like AI tools are cool. AI editing tools are cool. All of that. Like my editors use AI editing tools that allow them to cut down clips better.
Yeah.
Like allowing AI to help you make your day better. Yeah. Totally fine.
Things that make jobs easier, but things that just like eliminate jobs entirely is
fucking
like
stupid. Asinine.
Like,
I love Hayao Miyazaki going on fucking. Oh, dude. Oh, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. Listen, that probably won't even be the movie, but the idea of Hayao Miyazaki being like an art is dead movie where like humanity is like battling against like robots taking over the idea of creation.
Doing like a Ghost in the Shell. Like,
that would be so good.
Wow, look at you. You went from Hayao must die to Hayao must be protected.
No, listen, never wanted him to die, but now fuck Hayao Miyazaki's family. He's got shit to do. Are you fucking kidding me?
Now it's his family needs to die.
Yeah, dude, fuck him. Who cares?
Get him out of here.
Listen, he doesn't even like him. His son makes bad movies anyways. His son's probably using AI.
Poor Goro Miyazaki made one movie. Yeah,
his name's Goro.
Yeah, cool name. Goro.
I know how Goro's spelled.
Well, you know.
Listen, naming your son after the prince of the Netherrealm.
Don't you dare mention Mortal Kombat. I'm so close to just walking out of here as it is.
Show's over. All right, speaking of games, let's get to ours.
Yeah, so here's the game, ladies and gentlemen. I have been making a lot of TikToks about Pokemon fusions.
Oh, God.
They've been doing very well because they are very frightening and very funny.
Yes.
A lot of them are really cool. They're like custom made, and the coolest ones are the ones that you kind of can't tell what the fusions are.
Gotcha.
Because it just makes a whole separate Pokemon. So I've compiled 8 fusions for Nick.
Scroll past your ass photos.
Yeah, a couple of asses in there, huh? You have 2 jobs. You have to describe to our listeners what you're looking at, and then tell me what 2 Pokemon are fused. I think there's a couple doubles, so like say like there will be like a Bulbasaur Pidgeotto, that doesn't mean that there won't be another Bulbasaur or Pidgeotto fusion.
I really don't like that you've done this to me because this is going to expose just how few Pokemon I know.
I kept it to Gen 1 and Gen 2.
I appreciate that, but I'm already looking at a Pokemon fusion who I know what 2 Pokemon it is.
Yeah.
Don't know the name of the second Pokemon.
Do your best to describe it, and maybe I'll give you half a point.
Absolutely. Okay, so
what are you looking at?
I'm looking at what can only be described as a mouth with wings. So it is it's for sure Charizard.
Yeah.
But the problem is the Charizard's mouth, not only it's all mouth. It's
a lot of mouth.
It's mouth from its grundle to its forehead. Which I'm now confused on how it can see whatever it's chewing. I'm assuming it's Charizard and then the thing that's all mouth with the 2 horns. It's brown and it's got pincers. I think his name is Pinsir.
Yep.
Yeah.
Charizard Pinsir.
Charizard Pinsir is the first one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to oh god, that's fucking horrific.
I front loaded these with really scary ones.
Oh god.
Tell our listeners.
It looks like Mr. Mime stuck in a hermit crab with I mean, he's got his gloves, but they look deflated. Like it looks. Oh God! And he's got
what's on his back?
He's got so many. The hermit crab. Oh God! His brain. Okay. This is definitely Mr. Mime mixed with one of the fossils. One of the fossils that turns into the brown slicey one. The brown slicey one with the
Kabutops?
Yeah, the thing that turns into Kabutops.
Oh yeah. I don't remember its name, but I'll tell you right now, you're wrong.
I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's neither of those. You want one more guess? It's not a fossil Pokemon.
It's not a fossil Pokemon?
No. This one's tough. This is a really hard one. No.
It's not Tentacool?
No, it's Parasect.
Parasect?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Parasect.
The little like crab thing that's infected by mushrooms.
Yeah. Oh, God, and that thing evolves into does that thing? What's the?
It starts as
Gloom.
Paris, turns into Parasect.
Oh, so not Gloom.
I'm gonna show you Parasect.
Gotcha. Oh God, this one is. All of these are bad.
Yeah, this is Parasect.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't know it was infected by mushrooms.
It's the Last of Us thing. This is a crab infected by fungus.
Is it actually?
That's why all the Parasect fusions are nightmares.
That's terrifying. It's what are they?
See, look, because the original one is just a normal looking crab.
Oh, but it's got 2 little mushrooms on them.
Yeah, and then this one's fucked. Look at its eyes. The difference in eyes.
Oh, he lost control of his brain.
Yeah.
It's the
cordyceps.
Cordyceps, that's what it is. Now I'm looking at what I'm assuming is a combination of Butterfree. It's Butterfree with like a hairy chest. It's Butterfree if Butterfree was a bear at a gay club, like in Pride Month, I would say. It looks like Butterfree and Mankey.
No, you want one more guess? Both of them are wrong.
Wait, no, it's not Butterfree. It's the Venom. It's the
Venonat.
Venonat.
You're right.
It's Venonat.
Look, getting the name, as long as I know what you're talking about, you'll get the point.
It's Venonat and it's Hitman.
No.
Not Hitmo. No.
None of the Hitmos.
It's none of the. It's not Mankey. It's not any of the Hitmos. Is it Machop?
No, it's Mr. Mime again.
It's Mr. Mime? Where are his gloves?
He's doing the Mr. Mime stance.
Oh, he is doing the Mr. Mime stance.
It just looks like a fat, hairy man.
It does.
With a venom. Like, this dude is a divorced dad if I've ever seen one.
It's a divorced dad getting into being a furry.
Yeah.
All he has is the headpiece right now.
It's disgusting.
Oh, God.
What are you looking at?
Oh, I'm looking at eyeballs.
Yeah.
So many eyeballs. Eyeballs on the palms, eyeballs in the chest, eyeballs in the mouth and eyes. I'm assuming this is the bear, the circle, the moon bear.
Yeah. Ursa Ring.
Yeah,
you got
mixed with one of the eyeball. What are they? There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them. They're the
Do
unknown.
you know them? Or there we go. I was about yes.
The unknowns.
I was about to give you a hint. Yeah, it's Ursa Ring and Unknown.
Unknown, which is he's gray. He looks like the Soviet Union made your favorite playtime teddy bear.
Wow.
Yeah, but
you're 50%.
Yeah. Oh God, this is a bad bitch.
Yeah, huh?
This is a bad bitch.
Yeah, some of them are sassy bitches.
This is respectfully... All right, so this is definitely the legend. This is Zapdos.
What's it look like?
So this is... imagine Imagine the mean girl in an anime that's like rich, but like she's a tsundere, but like she'll lighten up eventually.
Yeah. She's wearing like
she's got a school uniform on. Her school uniform has a fucking lightning bolt on it, which is sick. She also has wings, kind of, but it's like an extension of her hair. It's like a Jotaro moment. No legs.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the legs are encapsulated in the dress. What's really confusing to me, obviously Zapdos is here, right?
Yeah.
Really confused as to where the who's the uniform Pokemon.
That's what I'm saying. The best ones are where it's just inspirations. So look at the pose. What Gen 1 Pokemon wears a dress?
What Gen 1 Pokemon? Is it Giratina? Is it not? It's not
Giratina, he says.
Yeah, Giratina. It's not.
Giratina's a giant god of death.
That's not who I'm. Oh no,
not Gardevoir.
Gardevoir.
No.
Fuck. How many Pokemon wear dresses?
Keep Gardevoir in your memory bank.
Gallade?
No.
God damn it.
It's not a Gardevoir variant.
Fairy didn't exist in Gen 1. Fairy didn't exist until Gen 3.
No, it's not a fairy.
Well, I know, but Fairy did. A lot of Fairy Pokemon wear dresses, but Fairy didn't exist until Gen 3. Here comes the big lumbering oaf laying down. I love that we set up dog cam. How many Pokemon wear dresses? Is it Ash's mom? Is it Zapdos X Ash's mom?
Oh, don't look at the screen. Oh, wait.
What do you mean? You're trying to show them the picture I'm looking at. They can't see that.
Well, do you want the answer?
Yeah.
It's Jinx.
Jinx.
Zapdos Jinx. Let me tell you.
The stance.
Yeah.
God damn it, the
Let
stance.
me tell you, all the Jinxes are bad bitches.
Really?
They all are like this, where it's like vaguely both Pokemon, but
Yeah.
just like a big like fashion show.
No, I should have gotten Jinx. Of
Yeah.
all of the Pokemon who like are bad bitches,
Yeah.
Jinx is literally that bitch.
You got 2 right, 3 wrong. And you with 3 left.
This is just a little guy. This is a little guy.
There's a little gooby dooby.
I legitimately, this is the goobiest doob. Like this is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like this is obviously Psyduck. Oh, so it's Psyduck, but if like imagine you took Psyduck and just made him like less anxiety, but like only less anxiety because he doesn't know enough to be anxious about.
He's very neutral.
Like he's just like a guy who would just be like he's just a guy who like knows like 3 words, but like God can those 3 words hit.
He's very just like, oh, what I do.
I goofed it.
I goofed.
He's such
boy.
a goof. It's Psyduck and the little leaf one. Bayleaf? No, not Bayleaf. Oh God, it's blue with a leaf on top of its head.
Oddish.
Oddish.
I'll
that's
give it
the
to you
one.
because I know what you're. A nice 3-3 now.
I thought those were tits originally. Thank God
Take
they
it
are not.
easy.
I thought. Listen,
Describe what you're seeing.
This is a caring woman. It's also Psyduck. But it's Psyduck reading a story to what I'm assuming is Togepi.
Yeah. With a little bonnet and little glasses.
Yeah, it's like Mother Goose.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Mother Goose.
Yeah.
Not really understanding where we got Mother Goose for Psyduck here. Trying to think of the bonnet wearing reading Pokemon, kind of swinging and missing on that one.
I gave you a subtle hint earlier. What Pokemon wears a dress?
Is it Jinx?
Not Jinx, but during the Jinx round.
Is it Gardevoir?
It is Gardevoir.
Because it's wearing a grass skirt.
Yeah.
It's wearing a grass skirt. Gotcha. Oh, God. It's gotten cursed again. We had so many cute ones in a row.
This was so catered to you. I threw in a little guy. I threw him some spooky ones. I threw him a bad bitch.
And then
this final one.
What can only be described as the strongest drag queen you've ever seen. Like this is a brunch that you tip or you die. This is gotta be it's first off, it's Machamp. It's got 4 arms. But it's also
huge.
It's Bellsprout. It's Machamp and Bellsprout.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
It is Bellsprout.
That's fucking awesome.
Nice. Wow,
How did I do?
You won. You did.
What was the winning? What was winning?
Let me see. You got, we didn't do stakes, but you got the first
God,
one right.
I keep scrolling to your ass photos. God fucking damn it. I keep scrolling past them.
I love that photo.
God damn it.
You got 1, not 2, not 3. You got 2.
Do you want me to help?
Which ones did you get right?
I got the last one. I got the one before that.
You got the last 2. You got the last 3 right.
I got 1. I didn't get.
I think you got 5 out of 8.
I didn't. Yeah. Okay. I got. I got 5 out of 8. There's 3 I didn't get.
Nice. Would you
That's
want to?
passing?
Yeah.
What do I win? This?
Yeah, woo!
I win the painting?
Yeah, you won the painting.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, that was a fun game, actually. I like that.
like
and we
that.
don't have a draft prepared for this week.
Let
but
us know
whatever.
if you want more of that.
Yeah.
That'll be our TikTok, too.
That was
for
very
sure.
tough.
Yeah.
That was legitimately very difficult. There
It's
was
fun.
a lot of those were sick. Are
They're
they? Are
really
those
cool.
AI or are those handmade?
No, they're handmade. There's a game. It's like a mod, but with like thousands of fusion Pokemon.
That's
in
crazy.
It. Yeah. It's
oh,
called
Infinite
Pokemon
Fusion, the
Infinite
thing Cody's always
Fusion.
talking
Yeah.
about. But all right, that's our game, and that brings us to everyone's favorite part of the show, which is love letters, which is the part of the show where
Best
me
boy.
and Danny.
We need best boy.
We do need best
Yeah.
boy.
So get your love letters.
Get your love letters. Yeah, correct. This is the part of the show after Best Boy where our live audience will get to ask us a question and we will answer it. So if you guys want to ever ask us a question that gets answered live, go ahead and become a YouTube member. It's either $4.99 or $5.99 a month. $5.99 a month, and you can be Team Nick or Team Danny. That way you get to watch us live, you get to interact with us. We hang out before and after the pod. So if that's ever something you wanted, well, then you got an avenue to it. So my best boy this week is Sara.
Why?
Because I know for a fact you were a nightmare on this road trip, and she lives here now. And I love that for her. And I'm thinking, because I'm going to be gone for a week, like next week, I'm going to be gone for a week. I'm thinking we bank an episode. So we film our regular episode, and then after that episode, we film a girlfriend special. And that girlfriend special goes out while like I'm away in China. So I'm thinking Sarah's our best girl because I want Sara and Dorothy here sharing our mics with us, and we'll do like a whole bunch of games where we get them included. They ask us questions. We do anime stuff because obviously neither of them really watch anime.
I love this idea, and we will do it.
Yeah.
The prospect of coming up with not only one but a bunch of games when we struggle every week to come up with a draft.
We're like, do we have a draft? And
Yeah.
we're like,
best anime friends, and I'm like, Nick, we've done that twice.
you know, like best punches. Or like, nope, our most popular TikTok. You're like, okay. No, I think we can do it. We'll do like a smasher pass, or we'll be like, we'll show them pictures of like anime characters. So we'll be like, who do you think this is?
Yeah.
We'll just do all the hits. We'll play all the hits. Everything that somebody's ever done with a woman or pertaining to anime when she doesn't watch anime, we'll do.
You know what we should do?
Yeah.
We could do, if this Pokemon Fusion thing does well, which I'm hoping it does, and I want to do more. It was
Fingers
very
crossed.
fun.
Yeah.
We should do, is this a Pokemon or is this a fused Pokemon? Because they both have vague knowledge of Pokemon. Sarah's played Scarlet. Her favorite Pokemon is Mastiff.
Dorothy's never
She's
played.
seen a Pikachu.
I mean, she could show, like, I doubt she could tell you the names of the 3 starters.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like we could do something like that where we show like, is this a real Pokemon or not? Like,
we could do like or we could do like, this is a manga character, this is a fan drawing. Which one is a real manga character? Something like that. I think we could do that. We'll think of things. We got a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I believe in us. Okay. But yes, my best boy, Sara.
Yeah, we have a week. What are you talking about?
We have a while. We're filming in person next week.
Yeah.
And then this girlfriend special would be 2 weeks from now.
Oh, okay. Thank God. My like Mortal Kombat time was flashing before my eyes.
Yeah, you're like, oh God,
as
no.
I'm like 2 episodes next week.
I have to divert resources.
I know. My best boy, which will be quick, is Colossal Con, and I'll do just like an actual plug for it because it's unbelievably cool. It's a water park. They have like 4 different locations across the country.
Oh, gotcha.
PA, Texas, others.
Nice. Nailed it. This plug is already going well.
Sorry, Steve. The Texas one is like the big one. It's called Colossal Con Prime. It's huge. But they, it's like at a Kalahari resort, there's like a water park attached. You get to do night swim, which is just members of the con. So like, you can only they like open the water park up at night, but you can only get in if you are like part of the convention. So it's just weebs. And it's a bunch of people like cosplaying in their like swimsuit outfits and stuff.
Gotcha.
Which is just like,
Oh, I know people were fucking.
people were fucking so hard. Steve kept telling me, he was like, this is the party con.
Yeah, it sounds horny. Like everything about it just sounds horny.
It's so horny. You're like walking through the hotel and there's like college parties like leading out of some they people with solo cups like outside of hotel rooms.
So funny.
It's pretty sick, and also it's one of the only cons that let you walk around with alcohol.
Nice.
So that's
I'd
fun.
be plastered.
It's sick. It's cool that it's like low key like an adults con. Like that's kind of cool. Like it's cool going to the water park and it's like just all weebs just enjoying this like nighttime water park thing. Like it's sick. It's super cool. So check out Colossal Con, even when I'm not there, but I'm hoping to go again sometime.
Hopefully there's one on the West Coast we can go to. Maybe.
There's not.
Good.
They
Never
have no
mind.
locations.
At the very least, we're going to Texas.
Yeah.
I fucking love Texas. So, we'll get some barbecue, we'll shoot some guns, we'll see some cosplays, and we'll have some good time.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll be great. Okay, so love letters. All you, Daniel. So Seth asks, what's the coldest moment in anime history?
Do you have one?
I absolutely have one.
What do you got?
It's got to be very easily Kurapika bringing a shovel to the battle against Ugavin. So Kurapika battles against the Phantom Troop in Hunter x Hunter.
Gotcha.
Kurapika's like the blonde one with the red eyes and the chains.
Yeah.
And he defeats Ugavin, who's like one of the strongest people in the Phantom Troop, which are the strongest group in Hunter x Hunter,
Right.
really. And you see him he wipes out Ugavin, and then it cuts to him a little bit later just burying Ugavin. Like he literally brought a shovel. He brought a shovel to the
That's
fight.
sick.
He was so sure that he was gonna win this fight that he brought a shovel to bury Ugavin in.
That's so courteous.
Oh yeah, it's incredibly.
To be like, I'm not only gonna murder you, but I'm gonna clean this up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna make sure that it's like nobody else's problem.
What's wild is that like there are people who assassinated his entire clan.
Yeah.
So he was just like, oh yeah, I'll show you the courtesy of burying you. They assassinated his clan for their eyeballs.
Yeah.
Like
Jeez.
the audacity to be like, I'm gonna kill this guy and then bury him. Crazy. A crazy level of coldness and courtesy.
I love that. I can't believe I've never seen that before. Like some character who just always has a shovel ready.
Just gotta
He's always
know.
got that thing on him.
Or Ichigo being like 1, 2.
I was gonna say Ichigo rolling up to like a street fight against a bunch of thugs and like being like, yeah, 1 sec. I can I request an ambulance to go? Yeah, it's gonna be 1, 2, 5 bodies. Yeah, and then like I think another guy steps out and he's like, yeah, make that 6, and then like hangs
And
up.
then they're all like, what are you talking about? And then he proceeds to mollywop them.
I would love it to just cut to him like at a police station and Ichigo's like doing that like cry that kids do when they're caught and they're like, you beat these guys up, and he's like, I'm be cool. And why am I in trouble?
You admitted on a recorded line that you were going to commit 6 felonies.
Yeah, you ordered an ambulance like it was a goddamn Domino's pizza.
Dude, you know what's so funny is I saw something like that happen. You know what I told you? So I went to the East Coast last week. It took me 10 hours. We were stuck on the tarmac. A kid, like a 21-year-old kid, tried to open the emergency door to get out. And first off, I was like, what was your plan if you were to get out of this plane? Were you gonna run to the tarmac? Like we're on a fucking live tarmac.
Yeah.
You're gonna escape
We're
from
high up.
You're gonna escape from an airport. Like and it
Yeah.
was like, are we gonna slide down the emergency slide? So we tried to open it. All these alarms went off because there was none of the flight attendants like around the door to see him. They all flood to the door. And then they immediately grab him. They like duct tape his hands together. And I saw him immediately. He's like, I'm sorry. I didn't think. And I was like, of course you didn't fucking think. Where were you gonna go?
I love that they tape his. I love that they like come in, tape his hands, and just beat the shit out of him.
Dude, I was like, trying to open a door, an emergency door on an airplane is a felony.
Yeah.
It's a felony. I watched a child get 10 years. It was wild.
How old were they?
He was like 20. I watched a kid
my
ruin his
God.
life because it was wild. Like 5 minutes. So we're stuck. They're like, hey, we don't have a gate for us. 5 minutes after he tries to open the door, they're like, all right, we're heading to the gate.
Wow.
And I was like,
after they like drag his limp, bloody corpse out of here.
His jaws unhinged.
They're just like kicking him and they're just like, Skylaw, bitch.
This is international waters, motherfucker.
Just very much still on the ground.
Yeah. So is that
That's
your
so
answer,
hardcore.
Ichigo, by the way?
No, my answer is such like a basic bitch answer, but it has to be Rock Lee dropping the weights.
Oh, yeah.
Like there isn't a colder moment.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion.
The fact that it shocked the entire room.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh, what the fuck, my guy?
The fact that he's just like, oh, can I now take this fight seriously?
Yeah.
And then he drops him and there's like a great moment where everyone's just like, oh, what's dropping a couple weights gonna do?
Oh.
And then just like claymore explosions as they hit the ground.
And then he's just massively faster.
Unbelievably cold.
My favorite reaction out of all that, like obviously the Sand siblings are like, what is literally Kakashi looking at my guy and being like, you've been making this child wear these? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what is this monster you've created and why does he look like you freak?
He didn't always look like that. That's the first problem.
You fucking weirdo.
Yeah, you goddamn monster. But all right, that's all we got for the week, this, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for checking in to Otakus Anonymous. It feels good to be back in person, me and Danny hanging out. We're going to be in person next week, and then the weeks after that, I think we have one more show. Then it's going to be the girlfriend special. We've got a lot of traveling going to China, moving all of that. But we're back. We're better than ever. JJK came out with new episodes, so happy to have you back. I missed you.
You're saying so much future bullshit. If you think my thought bandwidth expands past when am I going to finally get to download Mortal Kombat 1, you're out of your mind.
So we're not hanging out after this episode?
No, we are. Let's get donuts.
Let's go.
They're so good.
They are very good.
Yeah, I've been Danny Motta. Go to ColossalCon. Watch 86. It's very good. Support. Make sure to check out on Instagram that artist. I know I said it before, but
you plugged it already.
Yeah, I plugged it. All right, I can't.
It's
find
early
it again.
on. It was my
it's fine.
unboxing episode. Yeah. No, look, they hooked us up with some really cool art. If you like Naruto art, you like guns. This is your
It's awesome. It's awesome art. I'll do a post also.
Yeah, it's your bag right here. But okay, guys, make sure you check us out on all the platforms: TikTok, Instagram, all those other things, and we will see you next week. Bye.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.